A year ago, the Bourne Braves were seeking their first Cape Cod League championship since 2009. However, the season was filled with many ups and downs.
Another day, another Braves loss. Bourne falls 5-1 to Hyannis to drop to 5-7-3 on the season.
Pop-up, shallow center field, going out Peck, coming in Rockefort, in the alley, it's Carson Rockefort, who's there to make the catch. What a finish is the Braves win, their third in a row. Throws to first base, that is in time, as that'll do it here from Doran Park. For the third time this year, Harvey Shapiro has faced his former team in the Bourne Braves, and they have tied at 2 apiece.
But as postseason time rolled around, the Bravos found their groove.
Coming in Horvath, Western Division Finals, the second day with the Brewster Whitecaps, who they will face in the Cape Cod League Championship for the second consecutive summer. Breaking ball grounded up the middle, stabbed by Cummings, goes to second for one. The toss to first base is in time! Cummings spikes his glove. Get up, Bourne, the Braves have gotten their revenge. Cape Cod League champions for the first time since 2009.
And to defend their Cape Cod League championship, the Braves have added plenty of firepower.
First pitch, breaking ball. Bender flies it out deep to left center field. Going back is Matheson, still going back, looking up, and it's gone! Derek Bender gets the Bourne bats going early, a solo shot to deep left center field. It's 1-0 Bourne.
It's a brand new day of Bourne Braves baseball, and it starts right now.
Friday night Cape League baseball as the Bourne Braves take the trip to the tip of the Cape to face off against the Orleans Firebirds for the third time in 2023. Good evening, everybody. Alongside Matt Scalzo, I'm Cam Manna with you, and we thank you for spending your Friday night with us here on the Bourne Braves Broadcast Network. Bourne coming off a tough one last night at Doran Park, a 7-2 loss to the Falmouth Commodores. Matt, taking on against Orleans, a team that's won 2 games in a row. How does Bourne bounce back?
Well, the biggest thing for them is they got to get their offense going. It was only 2 innings where they had multiple hits, and in each of those they just got 1 single run. You got to be able to take advantage of the opportunities and get runners on. They worked just 1 walk. We've seen them be really patient, working a lot of walks that leads to getting their speedy base runners in Vastine, Peterson, JKG, Bryce Eblin, among others that are able to get on base and steal bases and move into scoring position. Scott Landers said it best last night after the game, talking to Mojo Hill, our beat reporter. He said, I thought we played terrible. We just went through the motions today. And that's exactly what happened in that 7-2 loss. They got to get into gear. They got to get back on the horse, like Pete Giuffreda likes to say, and just have a little more motivation tonight to get back into that winning ways. They're not going to be able to compete with teams in this league if they just go through the motions, and that's what hurt them last night, is they weren't able to get up into gear.
Well, Matt, a guy that's not been going through the motions is the Bourne starting pitcher here tonight, Gabe Driscoll out of Binghamton, who's been so stellar right now out of the bullpen for the Bravos, now in this starting position. We've seen that stamina that he's shown at Binghamton, but big one here for Gabe Driscoll. What does he do on the mound to continue his stellar season?
The biggest thing for him that we've seen so far is just his command of the zone. He's not afraid to attack hitters. He knows his stuff. He knows how to locate his pitches. Works the fastball in the low 90s or so, and also has a good breaking pitch and changeup as well. And he comes in with a 1.68 ERA through 6 appearances, and he's 2-0 with a save as well in there. We've seen just how important he is down the stretch in games. Now we get to see him open up a game, and we've touched on his ability to be a starter at Binghamton. He was first-team All-America East at one point, and he was a consistent starter with the Bearcats for the last 2 years. Bourne's going to be hoping to get him about 5 or 6 innings or so out of this one. As we've touched on every game, that thin bullpen, they're going to need Driscoll to go a long way.
A lot more we can break down. Before first pitch, we'll send it over to Before the Bravos with Ali Navarrete and Mojo Hill to break everything down. Bourne in Orleans for the third time here in 2023. Ali, we'll start with you. Take it away.
Thank you, Cam. No Before the Bravos yesterday because things got started a bit earlier than we were expecting, but then if you are a loyal fan of the Bourne Braves Broadcast Network, you know there was a lot more that happened that we weren't expecting. So glad to have our broadcast up and running today here at Orleans. We haven't been here since June 12th, which I believe was the second or third game of the entire season, Mojo?
Yeah, that was the second game, and like we mentioned before, when we returned to Brewster, we were still kind of figuring everything out, but we've definitely gotten into a rhythm, and yeah, it's nice to be back here.
On the mound, Cam and Matt mentioned it a bit already. Gabe Driscoll of Binghamton. I've really liked what we've seen out of Gabe out of the bullpen. Cam and Matt touched on this as well. He has been a starter at school and been successful there, so I'll be interested to see how this translates into his first start as a Bravo.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how he does with the extra innings. Like we've seen with Pence, things didn't go quite as well when they put him in that starting role, but obviously Driscoll has the starting experience, and yeah, we'll see if he can keep those numbers up because he's been fantastic out of the bullpen. He's struck out more than a guy per inning. He's been limiting the walks, like Matt was saying. He really attacks and goes after hitters, and he finally gave up his first hits and runs of the season in his last outing, but has still shown some stamina, going 3 innings in that outing. So, yeah, we'll see if he can maintain that level of effectiveness over hopefully a longer period of time.
Meanwhile, in the lineup today, no Derek Bender. That's probably the main thing that sticks out to me right now. Anything else?
Well, yeah, the top 2 spots I think are interesting with Vastine moved up to leadoff now. I think it's a natural fit. I mean, he's been getting on base a ton. He's super fast. He has wheels around the bases, so I think he's a pretty obvious person to be adding leadoff. And then JKG in the 2-hole and playing left field for the first time, which I had to do a double take when I saw that. I had 2 second basemen written in my lineup at first with Evelyn and JKG. But yeah, it's interesting because their offense has been a little underwhelming lately, and I'm sure Landers wants to kind of shake things up, and so I'm sure it's more of in an effort to get everyone in there that he wants to be in there, even with Bender getting the day off. So yeah, it's interesting. We'll see how he does out there. I've certainly never seen him play the outfield, but he has pretty tremendous defense at second base, so we'll see if he can adapt over there.
Yeah, it should be interesting. I didn't even notice that when I looked at the lineup for the first time, so that is a bit crazy. But, throwing these guys every which way, it's kind of the beauty of the depth of the Bourne Braves lineup. Not only is it good 1 to 9 hitting-wise, but also you have the opportunity to put some guys in new places and see what works. Meanwhile, Hugh Pinckney back behind the plate today. It's been a little while since we've seen him, but ever since he threw on that yellow tape, he's kind of been a new player.
Yeah, he's been elite with the yellow tape. The last 3 games he's been in there, playing time has been a bit sparse just with all the catchers they have on this offense, and it's good to see Bodine still in there in the DH spot. I've really liked what I've seen from him. He did kind of have a rough day yesterday, also DHing, but yeah, we'll see if he can bounce back, and really this offense as a whole, because Landers has not been happy with how they've been hitting recently, and he's been pretty honest in critiquing that too. Just saying that they didn't have the motivation that he wanted to see last night.
Yeah, last night in particular, I think a really tough loss, one of the toughest of the season for the Braves, but real good opportunity here to come back to Eldridge Park and get your first win here in 2023.
Yeah, definitely. I think they really need to get the bats going again. I think that'll be kind of the main thing to look for, and I think with these lineup switches, ideally Landers has that in mind.
Yeah. We will take a step aside for starting lineups in the anthem. When we come back, Cam and Matt.
The Bourne Braves organization is looking for families willing to host 1 or 2 players for the Cape League season. It generally runs from the first week in June to early August, and the bond between many host families and their players extend beyond the summer and form lifelong friendships. If you're interested in learning more about this opportunity, visit bournebraves.org.
Braves fans living on the Cape far from Dorn Park? Too far of a drive to make the trip west on any given night? Well, don't worry, because the Braves are coming to you. The Bravos' full slate of games includes trips to all East destinations, including Orleans, Chatham, Brewster, Harwich, and Yarmouth, as well as West Division road trips to Cotuit, Hyannis, down south to Falmouth, and off Cape to Wareham. So wherever you are located on Cape Cod, the Braves will be in your area and are a can't-miss family fun activity. To see the Bravos' full schedule, head over to our website, bournebraves.org, and come join the fun. Not being able to make it to Dorn Park is no excuse to miss the Braves in action. You can watch every Bravos home game live on the Born Braves television network. From stellar pitching performances, dazzling defensive plays, and big-time power displays, you can catch it all from the comfort of your home. It's your favorite Cape League team live on your screen. Just head to the Born Braves YouTube and join the fun.
You can catch the Born Braves all summer long at Doran Park. With more than 20 home games this season, Braves baseball is just a short drive away, whether you're on or off the Cape. With free admission to every Cape Cod League game, nights at Doran Park provide family fun for everyone. First pitch for all Braves home games is at 6, and you can check out the Bravos' full schedule over at our website, bornbraves.org. BornBraves.org, the official website of the Born Braves, is your one-stop shop for everything Bravos. From directions to the ballpark, the full game schedule, team information, game recaps, roster news, and more. BornBraves.org is the place to go for information on your favorite team on the Cape.
This is Born Braves Baseball on the Born Braves Radio Network. You can listen to all 22 Braves regular season contests away from Doran Park here on our YouTube live stream. Can't make it to Chatham? Too worn out for Wareham? Too busy for Brewster? Not to worry, just search the Born Braves on YouTube, sit back, relax, and enjoy a summer night listening to your favorite team on the Cape.
For the second time in 2023, the Born Braves take the trip to Eldridge Park to take on the Orleans Firebirds. Good evening, everybody. Alongside Matt Scalzo, I'm Cam Manna with you. First pitch set for 6:30 here from Eldridge Park, the Firebirds and the Braves. And it'll be Daniel Avita on the mound for Orleans, one of the top starters at the moment on the Cape, the sidearm thrower and the right-hander out of Grand Canyon. Comes into this game putting together a very solid summer so far, a 1.56 ERA on his 5 starts, 21 strikeouts to 11 walks. And his worst start came in his last against Harwich, 3 earned runs, but before that, only 1 earned run in his 5 starts. And this is the lineup that he'll face for the Bravos. Jonathan Vastine will bat first, he'll play shortstop. Josh Kroeger-Grauer in that 2 spot, he'll play left field tonight, and we'll get into that. Caden Bodine will bat third, he'll DH. Kendall Diggs will bat fourth and play right field. Sam Peterson in the 5 spot, he'll do the duties in center. Bryce Eblin will bat 6th, he'll play second base. Garrett Michelle in the 7th spot, he'll play first. And New Contreras will bat 8 at the hot corner. Hugh Pinckney rounds out the lineup, and he'll do the catching. Vastine the lineup, the lefty is in the box, and Avita the righty on the bump here from Orleans. A beautiful Friday night for baseball, all the fans packed out on the first base side here at Eldridge Park. Avita from the windup, Vastine ready, first pitch, called strike on the fastball, and we're underway with a 6:29 first pitch. Avita back to home plate on the 0-1, popped up from Vastine out of play. Vastine batting .317, 3 doubles, 2 triples, and a home run so far in his summer. First time we've seen him in the 1 spot, batted second last night for Bourne. Had 1 hit and a walk. 0-2 pitch, wave and a miss. Quick strikeout for Daniel Avita, and there's 1 away. And we'll take a look at your Orleans infield and outfield. From left to right in the outfield, it's Eddie Micheletti. Colin Tuft will do the duties in center, and Fenric Trimble is set out in right field. And from third to first in the infield, Jack Penny at the hot corner. Justin Rubin will be the captain at shortstop, Joe Yama at second, and Matt Hullback will be at first. Henry Hunter, the battery with Avita. Here's the righty, JKG. Avita's first pitch, JKG, a perfect bunt third base side, picked up from Avita, a sidearm throw to first. Off the bag is Hullback, and infield single for Josh Kroeger-Grauer to get his night going. First base runner here for the Bravos.
Yeah, anything for Bourne to get their offense going, even if it's small ball. And we've seen Scott Landers, he's kind of shied away from it a little bit, but now getting back to that with the small ball action with JKG, his speed, getting him on base. Getting to Avita, it's going to be tough. We touched on him being a sidearm thrower. His fastball is a 2-seam fastball, so it has a little run to it, which makes it tough on these hitters a little bit. He also has a slider and a changeup as well.
Here's a switch hitter, Caden Bodine, batting left against the righty and Avita, who works from the stretch here with a runner on. First pitch, chopped in the box from Bodine. Bodine batting .375, 11 RBIs. Derek Bender not in the lineup tonight, usually in that 3 spot. Bodine batting 4. Batted 4 last night, went 0 for 4, reached on an E6 in the 8th. Avita glove at the belt, 2-step lead for JKG, a pick over. Kroeger-Grauer sliding back safely. Orleans sits 2.5 back of the first place spot in the East Division, held by YD after a big 12-0 win last night. First pitch to Bodine. That is going to be a ball, now count 1-1. Carter Grauer still off first base. Hall back holding him on. Avita set once again, a long look in. Here's the 1-1 to Bodine. Fastball up and in, a called strike, clipping the letters. Middle infield here for Orleans pitching. Avita set once again. Bodine bat on his shoulder. The pitch JKG's going, gets over the head of Hunter on the fastball to the backstop. Carter Grauer safely at second base. He'll look at the stolen base was going on the pitch. And now Bodine in the box here with a 2-2 count. 6 stolen base on the summer for Josh Carter Grauer. And had 2 hard hit balls last night, both of them being doubles for JKG. Moved up in the lineup in that 2 spot now for the Bravos. He'll play left field, first time we've seen him have the duties in the outfield. RBI chance for Bodine. 2 looks from Avita at second base. Bodine, slapper at shortstop, picked up on a hop from Rubin. He'll fire across the diamond. He'll tag Bodine. His Hallback came off the bag for out number 2. Bodine goes down in his first at-bat. Carter Grauer staying put at second base, and here comes the right fielder, Kendall Diggs. Once again, in that cleanup spot, we saw him bat first last night, and we've seen him a lot in the 4-5 hole in Scott Landers' lineup. Avita looking to finish off the top of the first with no score. The number 2 pitching staff in the league at the moment is in the hands of Orleans. JKG bouncing around. Avita's first pitch to Diggs. Fastball at the letters, a called strike. Avita, that long look in. Diggs with the wide lefty stance. RBI chance for him. Here's the pitch. Outside on the heater. Down now 1-1. Diggs batting .240, 11 walks. 1 for 4 last night, a leadoff single. Went down the next 3 times on strikeouts. Avita, look at second base, takes a second look at JKG. 1-1 pitch, some chin music inside, Diggs backing out of the way, 2-1. Those 11 walks for Diggs gets on base a ton, and that was the reason for Scott Landers putting him in that 1 spot. And that shakeup in the lineup without Bender, Vastine has that speed. He's leading off. 2-1 pitch, Diggs a liner to right field. This one gets past the second baseman in Oyama. Carter Grauer rounds third base. No throw from Trimble in right field. And the Bravos strike first here from Eldridge Park. An RBI single for Kendall Diggs. It's 1-0.
We've been waiting for it for Kendall Diggs, and he's starting to get his bat going with some hits now, not just all those walks. He has an on-base percentage of .513 coming into tonight, and now he has his first RBI in a Bourne uniform. Gets him off to that hot start, those bats going early.
Sam Peterson now steps in that 5 spot. Second hit for Bourne. Kendall Diggs, big RBI. Peterson the righty, Avita from the stretch. First pitch, fastball upstairs, 1-0. Peterson batting .273, 3 RBIs, 9 stolen bases for the outfielder out of Iowa. Waves his bat, sets back in the box, 2-step lead for Diggs. 1-0 pitch, this one poked shallow in the infield. This one's going to be caught from Oyama at second base on the pop out to end the inning. But 2 hits and 1 run for the Bravos here in the top of the first. Kendall Diggs, the RBI single, puts the Braves up first in the scoring department. Bottom 1 coming up here from Eldridge Park, and your first looks at Gabe Driscoll on the Bourne Braves Broadcast Network.
Commercial Electric Solutions, Cape Cod's most valued and professional electric subcontractor who has been providing exceptional services to both commercial and residential customers for over 10 years. Do you have an electric problem? CES has the solution. Cape Cod Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is a proud sponsor of the Bourne Braves. Cape Cod Orthopedic Sports Medicine and Physical Therapy is the region's largest and most experienced orthopedic group, accepting new patients at our Sandwich and Hyannis clinics. Convention Data Services, or CDS, is a technology company based in Bourne and a proud supporter of Cape Cod baseball. Since 1986, CDS has been delivering customized solutions to the global trade show industry. Keep up with CDS on their website at cdsreg.com and follow them on Facebook and LinkedIn. Marty Chevrolet, your dealer for the people, proudly supports the Bourne Braves baseball team. See all our cars and trucks at martychevrolet.com and go Braves.
The Bravos strike first here from Eldridge Park. It's 1-0 on the Kendall Diggs RBI single. Bottom one now due up in your first looks at the Orleans Firebirds lineup. They'll face off against Gabe Driscoll. His first start, the right-hander out of Binghamton, a 1.68 ERA. He's 2-0 so far and has been the anchor in the Bourne bullpen. And here is how Orleans lines up in their order. Joe Oyama will bat first. He'll play second base. Justin Rubin will bat second. He'll play shortstop. Jack Penny, he'll bat third. He's at the hot corner. Matt Hullback in the cleanup spot. He'll play first. Eddie Micheletti, the transfer now at Virginia Tech, will bat fifth and play left. Fen McTrimble, he'll bat sixth and play right field. Drew Farreau, he'll bat seventh and do the DH. Colin Tuft in the 8-hole, he'll play center field. And Henry Hunter, the catcher, rounds out the lineup. Oyama, the lefty, digs in. He's been stellar so far, batting .355. Gabe Driscoll from the windup. Here's the first pitch. Bottom one underway, a called strike on the outer half. Only 2 strikeouts for Oyama. He's been an on-base machine. Driscoll's 0-1 pitch fires in. Just going to miss outside. Good frame from Pinckney. Count 1-1. Out of University of California, Irvine is Oyama. 1-1 pitch. This one shot foul in the box. Has 3 RBIs and 1 double. 3 stolen bases on his summer. 25 stolen bases as a team for Orleans. But this lineup not set for stolen bases. Jack Casey, the center fielder, not in the lineup. He is 6. Here's the 1-2 pitch from Driscoll. Off speed, just going to clip low. Count even at 2s. 1 save as well for Driscoll and 11 strikeouts. Does not walk a lot of guys. His 2 walks. His 2-2 pitch, shot right back up the middle. Charging in at second base to make the play is Eblin. He'll fire to first. It's in time for a quick out number 1 here in the bottom of the first inning. We take a look at your Bourne infield and outfield from left to right. In the outfield, it'll be Josh Kroeter-Grauer in left. His first looks in that outfield grass. Sam Peterson, the captain, in center field. And in right for Bourne tonight, it'll be Kendall Diggs. From third to first in the infield, New Contradas at the hot corner. Bryce Eblin will be at second. Jonathan Vastine at short. Garrett Michelle at first. And Hugh Pinckney doing the catching. Here's the shortstop, Justin Rubin, and the righty. First pitch, fastball at the letters on the inner half, a called strike. Rubin batting .450, transferring to Pepperdine this upcoming fall. Just his 7th game with Orleans. 0-1 pitch, back in the zone of the heater at the knees from Driscoll, quickly 0-2. Driscoll does not waste any time pounding the strike zone. He's back to that windup. Glove at the belt, high leg kick. The 0-2 pitch, fastball once again. This one going to miss up and outside, 1-2.
Gabe loves attacking the zone. That's the big thing for him, is getting ahead in counts.
Come set, 1-2 pitch, off-speed fouled back from Rubin. Orleans riding a 2-game winning streak, 5-5 in their last 10 games after an offensive showing last night against Harwich. 12-0 win on the road. Driscoll looking to put down Rubin. Has him in the 1-2 hole. The pitch, fastball, poked out first base side in foul territory. This one's going to drop foul towards all the fans on the first base side here at Eldridge Park. Driscoll still in search of his first punch out here early. Bourne leads 1-0 here in the bottom of the first, and there's 1 away. Driscoll set once again. Rubin chokes up here on the 2-strike pitch. Here's the 1-2. Foul tipped, and just off the glove there, Rubin, but they're going to call catcher's interference, maybe, is what it's looking like. Either catcher's interference, a foul tip. Picking up his bat is Rubin. He'll walk back to the box. It was just foul tipped. Rubin arguing for catcher's interference. And looks like it's going to be a foul ball, but now all the umpires will converse here in the middle infield to talk about this one. Tough to see there, and from the reaction straight off the swing from Ruben, he kind of thought it was catcher's interference. Pinckney, not sure from his reaction, he kept very still behind home plate. Tough one to look at here. Matt and I have the view behind home plate shaded towards the third base side.
Yeah, it was tough to tell from my vantage point. Obviously for Hugh, he's not going to admit to it, whether he thought it was or whether it wasn't. It's a tough call to overturn, especially after the fact, but really it's only the first base umpire who might have the way to veto it.
Here's the pitch. This one chopped up the middle. Vastine charging in at shortstop. He'll fire to first. A hard throw will get Ruben by a step for out number 2.
And so far, a couple ground balls. We'll have to see the condition of the field. There was some rain earlier this morning across the Cape. Should have dried up by now on the grass, but it was a little wet behind home plate when we got here. So I'm going to keep an eye on with these slow rollers on the infield grass.
Here's the lefty, Jack Penny, with 2 away. His first swings, he has a high drive towards right field, but right at Diggs in right field. He'll settle under it and make the catch for a 1-2-3 inning in Gabe Driscoll's first inning as a starting pitcher here on the Cape. After 1, Bourne leads Orleans 1-0. Top 2 coming up here on the Bourne Braves Broadcast Network.
The Bourne Braves organization is looking for families willing to host 1 or 2 players for the Cape League season. It generally runs from the first week in June to early August, and the bond between many host families and their players extend beyond the summer and form lifelong friendships. If you are interested in learning more about this opportunity, visit bournebraves.org.
Braves fans living on the Cape far from Doran Park? Too far of a drive to make the trip west on any given night? Well, don't worry, because the Braves are coming to you. The Bravos' full slate of games includes trips to all East destinations, including Orleans, Chatham, Brewster, Harwich, and Yarmouth, as well as West Division road trips to Cotuit, Hyannis, down south to Falmouth, and off Cape to Wareham. So wherever you are located on Cape Cod, the Braves will be in your area and are a can't-miss family fun activity. To see the Bravos' full schedule, head over to our website, bournebraves.org, and come join the fun.
Top 2 here from Eldridge Park after a 1-2-3 inning for Gabe Driscoll in his first starting appearance as a Braves pitcher. Bourne back to the plate with a 1-0 lead over Orleans, and it's 6-7-8 due up for the Bravos. Bryce Eblin, Garrett Michelle, and New Contratis. Eblin in that 6th spot. We've seen him all over the order for the Braves. The infielder out of Alabama playing second base here tonight. Made that first out in the bottom half of the first inning. Daniel Levita back to the windup, right-hander. First pitch, Eblin, a scorcher to right field, and it's a base hit. Picked up and right from Trimble to throw it into the cutoff man in Oyama. And Eblin, a leadoff single, first leadoff base runner for the Bravos here tonight.
It's actually exactly how you want to start an inning for Bourne. Get another hit, now they're third already. And for Bryce, that's good for him. We've seen him up and down. This Bourne lineup has struggled as of late. Came with a .224 average, but we know when he's on, he can really rake those hits.
First pitch here to the lefty, Garrett Michelle, fouled straight back on the fastball from Avita. Eblin came into the game batting .224, has 3 stolen bases. Takes his lead off first base, just 2 steps off the bag, Hull back, holding him on. Michelle, the lefty, back in the box. Avita set, slide step, fastball outside. Count 1-1. Middle infield pitching here for Orleans with Ruben in Oyama. Avita set once again, glove at the bell. Fires in the 1-1. Michelle chops it foul first base side, right towards the Orleans dugout. Michelle batting .237, 3 doubles, 2 home runs. Hit one of them here at Eldridge Park, just right down the left field line. That's 300 feet. Avita set, looking to put down Michelle. Eblin off the back, pick over to first base. Hallback picks it up, fires to second. The throw is in time, and they got him. Not the first time we've seen Bourne get caught in a rundown like that. Eblin just a little bit too happy off the bag. And a great pick over from Avita. Hallback guns him out at second for out number 1, and a 1-2 count still here to Michelle.
Yeah, it's one of those where you're trying to time up.
1-2 comes in, fastball up, 2-2.
Trying to time up the movement of the pitcher, and sometimes it's just a couple of breaths is the call you get from third, and trying to time that up.
Here's the 2-2 from the windup. Michelle fouls it back, stays alive.
Eblin maybe just a split second too early, but you know, if Avidia started going and Eblin was into that second jump step, he'd be safe.
2-2 pitch outside on the off speed. Now count full. One strikeout so far for Avita. We're going to put down Michelle. 3-2 pitch popped up behind home plate. And this one is going to go out of play towards the street. New Contreras waits on deck. Hugh Pinckney to follow. After a leadoff single for Eblin, Michelle looking to start his own rally here with one away. Full count pitch. Fastball just going to miss above the letters to Michelle. He'll take a jog down to first base with a one-out walk for the Bravos.
Yeah, that's a nice at-bat for Garrett. We've seen him struggle with strikeouts, 8 walks to 36 strikeouts coming into tonight, now up to 9. He's just trying to stay a bit more patient, quicker hands through the zone.
Brings up the 8-hitter, New Contreras. His 4th game here with the Bravos. First pitch to the righty, fastball up and in, it's going to miss. Contreras 1 for 8, but he has scored 3 times. He's walked a few times as well. Has been hitting in that 8 spot consistently since his debut against YD. 1-0 count from the stretch. Vita's pitch, wave and a miss. And drop from Hunter keeps Michelle at first base. 1-1 count here to Contreras, digs back in the tall righty stance. 2-step lead for Michelle. Avita glove of the belt. Slide step to home plate, fastball way upstairs in the attic. Three hits for Bourne so far on their 1 run, looking to extend here. Michelle being that 4th base runner. 2-1 count, Avita set. The pitch, cut on and missed from Contreras, going fishing on the off speed. Count now 2-2. Contreras set once again. Avita, 1 strikeout so far. Pick over to first. Sliding back is Michelle before the 2-2 pitch. Contreras getting the night off last night against Falmouth. Night before, reached base 3 times. A walk hit by pitch, had that first hit in the 6th. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Off speed, just going to hang outside. And count now full to Contreras, the 2nd full count of the inning. Hugh Pinckney waits on deck. He's been hot of late, 6 hits in his last 3 games. 2-step lead for Michelle. Avita. The pitch, wave and a miss, back to the off speed. Contreras goes down swinging, punch out number 2 for Daniel Avita, and there's 2 away.
That's a nice change up there from Avidia to find that. He's been changing the eye level nicely to these hitters so far. Normally working with that changeup down low and keeping the fastball up at right around the chest area. Changing the eye level, that's the biggest thing you can do as a pitcher.
First pitch to the lefty, Hugh Pinckney. Fastball up and outside, 1-0. 3 RBIs for Pinckney, batting .250. Struggled to open up his season with the Braves, but has been very hot of late. 1-0 pitch, fastball once again outside. Count now 2-0 to Pinckney. Got hot against Falmouth on July 2nd with 3 hits, and since then picked up a few more hits at YD. Landers has done that catcher rotation. Pinckney back behind home plate. Avita, the highlight kick, 2-0 pitch. Pinckney skies this one foul, 3rd base side, and out of play. Michelle still off first base. And a broken bat there from Pinckney as well. He'll take a walk towards the 3rd base side. His teammate from Rutgers, JKG, will hand him a new bat, and he'll put some new pine tar on the lumber.
Yeah, that's a clean break. Normally you see it kind of splinter off, but that one just clean break straight on the skinny part of the bat.
Oh, wow. So Ryan, our producer, was pointing at me. I was trying to just battle the sun to see where he was pointing. The photographer of Orleans went on top of the dugout to grab the remaining pieces of the bat from Pinckney. She's now climbing down. Avita set, pitch to Pinckney, way outside. Count now 3-1.
Yeah, Hugh went back to the dugout. All he had with him was basically the handle of the bat where his hands were and just a little bit above that. Rest of it on top of the Orleans dugout.
3 balls, 1 strike, 2 away. Pick over to first base. Michelle slides back safe once again. And there's that sun from our angle here on our table behind home plate third base side that just is coming straight at us. Not going to block any real view, but just staring towards that way. Pretty tough to do. 3-1 pitch, chopped at second base, picked up from Oyama. He'll flip to short at Rubin for out number 3 to end the top half of the second inning. 1 hit and no runs for the Braves on 2 base runners. They still lead 1-0 against Orleans. Bottom 2 coming up here on the Bourne Braves Broadcast Network.
Not being able to make it to Doran Park is no excuse to miss the Braves in action. You can watch every Bravos home game live on the Bourne Braves television network. From stellar pitching performances, dazzling defensive plays, and big-time power displays, you can catch it all from the comfort of your home. It's your favorite Cape League team live on your screen. Just head to the Bourne Braves YouTube and join the fun.
You can catch the Bourne Braves all summer long at Doran Park. With more than 20 home games this season, Braves baseball is just a short drive away, whether you're on or off the Cape. With free admission to every Cape Cod League game, nights at Doran Park provide family fun for everyone. First pitch for all Braves home games is at 6, and you can check out the Bravos' full schedule over at our website, bournebraves.org.
Marty Chevrolet, your dealer for the people, proudly supports the Bourne Braves baseball team. See all our cars and trucks at martychevrolet.com, and go Braves.
Friday night baseball here from Eldridge Park, the bottom of the second inning, and Bourne leads Orleans 1-0, the third game of this out-of-division season series. Alongside Matt Scalzo, I'm Cam Manna with you. We thank you for joining us. Bourne in front, and a 1-2-3 inning for Gabe Driscoll to start off in the bottom of the first. He's back on the bump here in the bottom half of the second. He'll face 4, 5, 6, Matt Hullback, Eddie Micheletti, and Fenwick Trimble, the heart of this order. Sunny skies here from Eldridge Park. A lot of fans down the first base side. Beautiful night for baseball. Orleans, one of the top spots to watch a Cape League game. Top 3 in the Cape in attendance. Matt Hullback, the righty first baseman, will step in here. Gabe Driscoll back on the bump. As we mentioned, his first start here for Bourne. He's been stellar out of the bullpen, looking to give Scott Landers that confidence as well in a starting role. He sets from the windup, glove at the belt. Here's the first pitch to Hullback. Fastball up and away, count 1-0. Hullback batting .292, 3 doubles, 1 home run, and 4 RBIs. As that tall ready stance, 1-0 pitch. Slider going to miss outside, count now 2-0. The Orleans offense 9th at the moment in runs scored, but 12-0 win last night against Harwich. They've shown that battle experience. As the 2-0 comes in, off-speed hangs upstairs, the letters count 2-1. Driscoll, no strikeouts so far, has to battle back 2-1, high leg kick. Here's the pitch, check swing from Hullback, and he went around. Count now 2-2. Driscoll set once again, has worked very quickly from the windup. High leg kick. The pitch off speed, just gonna hang low. On the outside corner, good frame from Pinckney, count full. First time we've seen Driscoll get to a full count. Sets his sights, the 3-2. Swing and a miss. Went to the heater right down Main Street. Hullback couldn't catch up, 1 away.
And there, Gabe able to battle back in that count. Initially missed on the first 2 pitches and then found himself in a hole. And in that full count, you want to go with your most confident pitch. And for him, that's his fastball. Able to locate it up in the zone, down in the zone, and there. Able to get it past Hullback.
Here's the lefty, Eddie Micheletti. First pitch on the slider, just going to miss outside. Micheletti was at George Washington University, transferring to Virginia Tech. Driscoll's 1-0 pitch. And a called strike on the inside corner, back to that off-speed. Count 1-1. Micheletti batting .228, 10 RBIs, 2 home runs, playing left field here tonight. Driscoll, 1-1 pitch. This one skied out towards right center field. This one's going to be a down for a base hit and maybe more. Diggs cuts it off in the gap. Micheletti takes a big turn at first, fires in the throw to second is Diggs. Fast line with the tag, it's in time. Kendall Diggs, once again, showing his talent in the outfield. Has shown it with the glove. There's the arm once again. Gunning out Micheletti, trying to stretch a single to a double, and there's 2 away.
Yeah, a little too advantageous for Eddie Micheletti. And, you know, he has good speed on him, and he found a gapper there, and it just kind of died on the grass. Got a good turn, but if you read the scouting report on Kendall Diggs, you know he's got a really good arm.
Here's the righty Fenwick Trimble. First pitch, line right field. This one's down for a base hit. Diggs picks this up in right field. No throw this time. Fenwick Trimble, second hit of the night now for Orleans. Back-to-back hits, but now their first base runner that will stay on the base paths. Drew Farreau will now dig in the DH, transferring to Florida State, as we learned before the game. Batting .268, 4 RBIs and 2 doubles for the tall lefty. 2 outs here in the bottom of the second, 1-0 lead for the Bravos. Fenwick Trimble off first base, Driscoll from the slide step, and the first pitch fastball will miss outside, 1-0. Trimble was batting .247 coming into that at-bat. Driscoll's 1-0 pitch. This one chopped right back at him. He'll flip onto first base, and that will end the second inning here from Eldridge Park. 2 hits and no runs for Orleans. Bourne still in front, 1-0. And we'll head to the top of the third here on the Bourne Braves Broadcast Network.
BourneBraves.org, the official website of the Bourne Braves, is your one-stop shop for everything Bravos. From directions to the ballpark, the full game schedule, team information, game recaps, roster news, and more. BourneBraves.org is the place to go for information on your favorite team on the Cape.
This is Bourne Braves Baseball on the Bourne Braves Radio Network. You can listen to all 22 Braves regular season contests away from Doran Park here on our YouTube live stream. Can't make it to Chatham? Too worn out for Wareham? Too busy for Brewster? Not to worry, just search the Bourne Braves on YouTube, sit back, relax, and enjoy a summer night listening to your favorite team on the Cape.
Cape Cod Healthcare is proud to be the official healthcare sponsor of the Cape Cod Baseball League. And with 6 convenient urgent care centers across Cape Cod from Falmouth to Orleans, we're ready to treat a wide variety of minor illnesses and injuries, so you can get back to your regular scheduled summer plans quickly. Open daily with no appointment needed and staffed by board-certified ER providers. View wait times at capecodhealth.org. Cape Cod Health Urgent Care, minor emergencies, major attention.
Daniel Avidia back on the bump here in the top of the third inning from Eldridge Park. Bourne a 1-0 lead, and back to the top of their order, it's the lefty Jonathan Vastine. Avidia from the windup. Here's the first pitch. Vastine fouls it back on the heater. Dave Driscoll has been stellar so far for the Bravos. A 1-2-3 first inning. Got us some trouble in the second. Some help from Kendall Diggs in right field. 2 hits and only 1 base runner. Avidia's 0-1 pitch. Chopper from Vastine at second base. Oyama picks it up on a hop, fires to first, and it's in time for a quick out number 1. Stellar play at second for Oyama.
You know, hard hit ground ball kind of handcuffs the second baseman. He does a nice job getting in front of it, keeping his body behind it too. And is able to make a nice strong throw to first.
Here's Josh Kroeger-Grauer, 1 for 1 so far. The first hit and the only run for the Braves. First pitch from Avidia, just going to miss low at the knees, 1-0. JKG also picked up his 5th stolen base. Avidia's 1-0 pitch, fastball inside, down quickly 2-0. 2-0 pitch, back in the zone this time, working back, now count 2-1. The heater there from Avidia. He works very quickly back to the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Inside, JKG bouncing out of the way. Count 3-1. 2 hits last night for Kroeger-Grauer, 1 so far here in this one. 3-1 pitch, comes in, cut on and miss from JKG. Heater upstairs, couldn't catch up, count full. Evita looking for punch out number 3. Here's the full count pitch. This one's low, bounces to the plate. Hunter can't pick it up. Grauer will take all his accessories off and take a walk down to first. And Caden Bodine digs in with one away.
Josh has steadily been really hitting his stride here as of late. Missed a lot of time with the injury, like we said, hit by a pitch on opening day. Had to work through that, but since he's come back in the lineup, he's starting to become an everyday guy. And Scott Landers understanding the importance of his bat, trying to find a spot for him. We see him in left field tonight.
Pick over to first before the first pitch to Bodine. Grauer back safely. And Landers wanted him in the lineup. Bender getting the night off. Have to switch a lot of people around. First pitch to Bodine. Fastball outside, 1-0. And Grauer, one of the most athletic players in this team, has played a lot of second base, can play shortstop, and in left field we've seen Landers do that to Bender. Pick over once again. Grauer back safely. Bender's played right and left field. A lot of first base, has done some catching as well. Threw out 2 runners last night behind the plate. Pitch to Bodine. Gonna miss outside. Count now 2-0. Bodine 0 for 1 as Hunter jogs out to talk to Evita on a mound visit here. Not a bad start for Evita so far. 2 walks allowed on the 2 hits from Bourne, or 3 hits, excuse me. Kendall Diggs with the RBI single, and Bryce Eblin had the single to lead off the second. He was caught stealing on a pickoff from Evita. Home plate umpire here coming out to stop the mound visit. And Rob Engstred. And now everyone back to the respective positions. Bodine back in the box on a 2-0 count. Grauer still a 2-step lead off first. Hall back holding him on. Evita, highlight kick. The pitch, fastball outside, quickly 3-0. Kendall Diggs waits on deck. Strong night to start for him so far. 3-0 pitch, this one down Broadway, a called strike, 3-1. Threw out a runner from right field, has the RBI, has done everything for the Braves here early on. Evita looking to work back, his 3-1 pitch. Fastball just gonna miss outside. Hunter couldn't frame it in. And a 5-pitch walk for Caden Bodine, first time he'll reach base. Back-to-back walks for Evita, first and second, and Diggs steps in.
And this is more like the Bourne team we've seen in this hot streak for them when they've been winning majority of their games. The hits and the walks are even at 3 apiece. They're just putting runners on. They're letting the pitchers go to them, giving them pitches to hit, to attack at in favorable counts.
JKG off second. Kendall Diggs now in the box. First pitch, JKG's going. Throw down from Hunter to third base. This one's not in time. A wide throw to the right side of the bag. Penny just picking it up, avoiding it from going into left field. 6th stolen base for Grauer. He's on third. Bodine was not going. He's on first base, and Hunter will come out here from behind home plate to give the signs to his infield on the first and third.
Yeah, I initially questioned it for Josh going, but especially with the lefty up to bat, he wanted to test Hunter's arm, and
Evita's 0-1 to Diggs. Fastball gonna miss up. Count 1-1.
Yeah, I thought the throw maybe with it being a little wide was gonna favor Penny to be able to spin back and apply that tag, but Josh with just that speed got a great jump over at second.
Big spot for Kendall Diggs. 1-1 pitch. Fastball gonna miss outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Middle infield pinching here for the double play. 1 out here in the top of the third. Bourne looking to extend their 1-0 lead. Diggs the wide lefty stance. Bodine off first. JKG off third. Evita's pitch. Chopper right down the line at first. Stepping on the bag is Hall back. Throw onto second base. Getting tagged out is Bodine from Rubin to end the inning. And the run will not score from JKG. The 3-6 double play to end the inning. What a play from Hallback. Diving down the first base line, stepping on the bag. The throw to second was in time. And Orleans flashing the defense to keep this at a 1-0 game. Heading to the bottom of the third, the Firebirds back with the bats here on the Bourne Braves Broadcast Network.
Commercial Electric Solutions, Cape Cod's most valued and professional electric subcontractor who has been providing exceptional services to both commercial and residential customers for over 10 years. Do you have an electric problem? CES has the solution. Cape Cod Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is a proud sponsor of the Bourne Braves. Cape Cod Orthopedic Sports Medicine and Physical Therapy is the region's largest and most experienced orthopedic group, accepting new patients at our Sandwich and Hyannis clinics. Convention Data Services, or CDS, is a technology company based in Bourne and a proud supporter of Cape Cod baseball. Since 1986, CDS has been delivering customized solutions to the global trade show industry. Keep up with CDS on their website at cdsreg.com and follow them on Facebook and LinkedIn.
A beautiful Friday night here on Cape Cod from Eldridge Park, the bottom of the third inning. And the Firebirds back with the bats, 8-9-1 in their order. Bourne leads this one so far, 1-0, but Matt Hallback, what a play to end the bottom half, or the top half, excuse me, of the third inning. Sliding play at the bag in a double play, 3-6 to end the inning. Robbed a run of Bourne, looking to extend their lead. And now Orleans looking to spark their bats. Here's the center fielder and the righty, Colin Tuft. Gabe Driscoll back to the windup. Here's the first pitch. Fastball outside, 1-0. Driscoll so far, 1 strikeout, 2 hits, and no runs, entering his third inning of work. Tuft, the transfer to Tulane, playing in his 6th game with Orleans. 1-0 off speed, comes in at the belt, a called strike. Batting 200, 1 RBI for him. As the wide righty stance in the back of the box, Driscoll's set. High leg kick, the pitch, off speed, just fouled, and this one off Pinckney's. Mask comes off. The tough catcher is okay, count now 1-2. Henry Hunter and Joe Oyama to follow in the order for the Firebirds. It was a 1-2-3 first, 2 hits in the second for Orleans, but Eddie Micheletti had the 1-out single, tried to extend that hit to a double, and Kendall Diggs gunned him out from right field. Tuft back in the box, Driscoll set. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Off speed and hang upstairs, count even at 2s. Driscoll, 12 strikeouts now in his summer after the K in the second inning. Fires in the 2-2 pitch, fastball way up in the attic. Count now full. And Matt and I talked about it during the pregame. He's been in a relieving role in a lot of different spots as a save, a lot of long middle relief appearances. Now, in his first appearance as a starter. His full count pitch, fastball just going to miss outside. A long at-bat for Colin Tuft. Throws his bat first base side. He'll jog down to first for the first leadoff base runner on the night for the Firebirds.
That's just a good patient at-bat for Tuft. Still trying to get his summer going, just new to the team. Been here about a week.
He's off first base, and the lefty Henry Hunter, the catcher, his first swings. Driscoll from the stretch, first pitch. This one a high drive towards right field and deep. Going back is Diggs at the warning track, looking up. This ball is gone. A 2-run home run for Henry Hunter. Orleans takes the lead here in the bottom of the third. It's 2-1.
Man, get your tape measures out. That was a shot from Henry Hunter. That landed on top of the roof at whatever kind of concert-like venue structure is out in right center field. That ball was crushed.
Got a fastball and drove it to right field. Here's the lefty Joe Oyama, top of the order. He'll show bunt, he'll pull back. Fastball outside. That stage structure by the Orleans bullpen in right center field. Diggs took a few steps back, and just by his reaction, he knew that ball was gone. Corners in here. 1-0 pitch from Driscoll. Fastball called strike in the outer half. Count 1-1. The third and fourth RBI for Henry Hunter, the catcher transferring to Georgia. Driscoll set, the pitch. Off speed comes in, a called strike. Count now 1-2.
to his second home run of the season as well.
Driscoll back to the windup. Fires on the 1-2 pitch to Oyama. This one driven and foul way down the right field line towards all the fans on their lawn chairs. If that ball's fair, that's way gone. 3-14 down the line and right. One strikeout so far for Driscoll has Oyama here on the 1-2 count. Here's the pitch. This one foul tipped and off the glove of Pinckney. Couldn't squeeze it. We'll do it again. But the Orleans offense in all these battles so far against Bourne. A 6-4 win here on June 12th, and Bourne winning the last one at home against Orleans late. Caden Bodine RBI single sealed the deal in the 8th. Driscoll, 1-2 once again. Fastball upstairs, just above the letters. Count even at 2s. The East Division a lot weaker at the moment. Orleans trailing just 2.5 games in the third place spot. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Going fishing is Oyama. Strikeout number 2 for Gabe Driscoll. He went to the breaking ball, and there's one away.
It's a bounce back at bat for Driscoll. Just get back on it. Just 2 runs, keep it where it is. Your offense had a chance there in the top of the third. A nice double play sparked by Hallback at first, but right now it's damage control. You keep it at a 1-run game. You let your offense get back on it.
First pitch to the righty, Justin Rubin. This one just going to miss low. Count 1-0.
Just let your offense get back to work.
A lot of cars honking behind us here on the third base side. 1-0 pitch, fastball outside, 2-0. We saw, I think it was called a funk bus, drive by before this game started. It's a school bus that was just, purple with all the colors. I think it's used for a lot of parties. Driscoll's 2-0, fastball low, 3 straight balls to Rubin.
That would be my guess, too.
It seemed like they were having a party on the bus. A lot of phones out the window. Driscoll, 3-0 pitch, fastball outside, a 4-pitch walk here to Justin Rubin. The first time he'll reach base tonight. And the second walk allowed by Driscoll. It's a 1-out base runner. And Scott Lander's also taking the walk out to the mound here to talk to his right-hander, making his first start. Got to stand up here on the third base side, look down left field to see if there's a Bourne pitcher warming up, but if I was 6'4", I'd be able to see, and I'm not, so I get Matt to stand up. Not sure if he'll see as well, but it does not look like anyone's warming up.
I don't see any movement. Well, there's movement, but I don't think anyone's really into a full throw right now. I think there is an arm that might be getting loose just a little bit.
Got to battle the elements sometimes. Landers will lead Gabe Driscoll and keep him on the mound here. He'll take the walk back to the dugout, and Jack Penny, the lefty third baseman, will dig in. Driscoll's first pitch from the stretch. Fastball just going to miss outside. Good frame from Pinckney. Penny 0 for 1, a line out to right field to end the bottom half of the first on a 1-2-3 inning. He digs back in, waves his bat twice, 2-step lead for Rubin. Here's the 1-0. This one chopped right back at Driscoll. Not going to throw to second. He bobbled the ball. He'll flip on to first for out number 2. Rubin advances 90 feet, and Penny put down for the second time on the 1-3 putout.
Yeah, it'd be big for Driscoll if he's able to turn 2, but just keeping it simple. Had a little trouble with the exchange. Had it fall back down to the mound, but getting 1 out is huge for him.
Here's the first baseman, Matt Hallback, who made a stellar play in the top of the third inning to rob a run from Bourne on a 3-6 double play at the back. First pitch to the righty, chop foul first base side off the netting of the dugout for Orleans. Hallback struck out to start the bottom half of the second inning. Has an RBI chance here with Rubin off second base as a 2-step lead. Eblin at second base, bouncing around to hold him on. Driscoll, a long look in for Pinckney from the stretch. Now we'll look at second base. Glove at the belt. 0-1 off speed, chop third base side and foul. 2-1 lead for the Firebirds. 3 hits for both sides, neither team with an error so far. Hallback now the wide ready stance, choking up with 2 strikes. Driscoll set once again. A look at second base. The 0-2 pitch. Fastball outside corner, just gonna miss. Driscoll and Pinckney both wanted it. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Big chance here for Orleans early to extend their 1-run lead. Bourne struck first, and Henry Hunter the 2-run home run early on this inning. Driscoll, 1-2, off speed, just outside, and Hallback not biting. Oyama went down with a strikeout after the home run, then Rubin with the walk after just a lot of loud noise here for Orleans. Driscoll looking to stop the bleeding. A long look in once again to the hitter and Hallback. A look at second, high leg kick. The pitch, off speed, cut on and miss, strike 3. Strikeout number 3 for Gabe Driscoll. And he keeps it at a 2-1 game here from Eldridge Park, but a 2-run home run from Henry Hunter gives Orleans the 2-1 lead. We head to the top of the 4th here from Orleans. I'll hand play-by-play over to Matt Scalzo on the Bourne Braves Broadcast Network.
The Bourne Braves organization is looking for families willing to host 1 or 2 players for the Cape League season. It generally runs from the first week in June to early August, and the bond between many host families and their players extend beyond the summer and form lifelong friendships. If you are interested in learning more about this opportunity, visit bournebraves.org.
Braves fans living on the Cape far from Doran Park? Too far of a drive to make the trip west on any given night? Well, don't worry, because the Braves are coming to you. The Bravos' full slate of games includes trips to all East destinations, including Orleans, Chatham, Brewster, Harwich, and Yarmouth, as well as West Division road trips to Cotuit, Hyannis, down south to Falmouth, and off Cape to Wareham. So wherever you are located on Cape Cod, the Braves will be in your area and are a can't-miss family fun activity. To see the Bravos' full schedule, head over to our website, bournebraves.org, and come join the fun.
At Eldridge Park, top of the 4th inning. Beautiful Friday night for baseball. Matt Scalzo, Cam Manna, happy to be with you here. It's a 2-1 Orleans lead over Bourne. Henry Hunter, the 2-run blast in the bottom of the 3rd, gives Orleans their first lead of the night. Sam Peterson to lead off against the righty Inavidia. He grounds the first pitch foul. Down the third base side, it's 0-1. Peterson's 0 for 1, popped out to the second baseman in Oyama, his first go-round in the top of the 1st. Bryce Eblin and Garrett Michelle to follow. 0-1, caught on and missed by Peterson. It's 0-2. The 0-2 from Avidia. Breaking ball just misses low. And it's 1-2 to Sam Peterson, center fielder out of Iowa. Came into the night with a .273 average. 1-2, ground ball, third base side. It rolls foul, and we'll go one more time on the 1-2 count.
And a lot of the off-speed pitches for Avidia, you can see kind of pushes it a little bit more, less of the sidearm delivery. And on the fastball sometimes lets his arm a lot more loose.
Another 1-2, swing and a miss. Peterson down on strikes. Fooled on the breaking ball. Nice squeeze from Hunter behind the plate, and there's one gone in the top of the 4th on Avidia's 3rd strikeout of the night.
Good pitch there. It's been his breaking ball. The fastball velocity, not anything crazy, but that delivery and changing the pace on the mound from Avidia, works fast sometimes, can slow down. It's been tough to read.
First pitch to Eblin. He comes up empty on the fastball, and it's 0-1. Eblin singled to right field his first time up. He was caught stealing in the inning. The 0-1. Eblin, scorcher back up the middle, and it will find its way into center field. Another base hit for Bryce Eblin. He's 2 for 2, and there's a man on first with 1 out here on the top of the 4th.
And that's big for Eblin to get hot right here, and came into the game batting .224. Has not been able to kind of get a lot of himself going the last 2 weeks, but back-to-back singles, and he's moved a lot throughout the order, and now finding himself here tonight.
Here's Garrett Michelle now. He worked a walk his last time up. He takes a first pitch fastball outside for ball 1. Eblin was caught stealing his last time on base. Throw to first from Avidia, head first dive from Eblin. He's back safely. One 0 to Michelle. Swing and a miss on the fastball. It's 1-1. Eblin takes his two-step lead over at first, and now he dives back safely on the throw over from Avidia. 1-1 count, 1 out, 2-1 the lead for Orleans. Henry Hunter's two-run home run in the bottom of the third. The difference so far, Bourne struck first in the top of the first inning. 1-1, Michelle turns on it, flies it high in the air, deep towards center field. Ranging back is Tuft, he's underneath it, and he'll make the catch. Tagging is Eblin trying to go in for second. The throw gets away from Oyama on the hop. On the aggressiveness from Bryce Eblin pays off. He advances over to second on the fly out to center field from Michelle.
A lot of stuff happening there. Michelle kind of check swinged, and that ball was still crushed from Michelle towards the deepest part of the ballpark. 434 towards that triangle in dead center. But that deep fly ball, Eblin being aggressive once again. We saw him caught stealing back in that second inning. And if he was going to be aggressive again, that time he had to convert, and he did, sliding in safely.
Now New Contrades digs in, man, in scoring position with 2 outs in Eblin. Bourne looking to strike back and tie it up here in the top of the fourth. First pitch to Contrades. It's a line drive that slices foul down the first base side. And it's 0-1. Contrades struck out his first time up in the second. There's the second strikeout for Avidia. The 0-1. Ground ball, left side of the infield. Gloved by Penny. He spins, fires to first. It's in time. Beautiful play by Jack Penny to get the third out. Bourne strands another, and it's 2-1 Firebirds as we head into the bottom of the fourth. But first, we welcome in Allie Navarrete, who's got more. What have you got for us, Allie?
Thank you, Matt. Obviously, no BP, no IO today due to some of the rain this morning. It's obviously turned into a beautiful night for baseball. I saw some of the players do a little stretch circle before the game. It was mainly the infield. Garrett, Bryce, Jonathan, and New all in a circle there. And JKG, he might be in the outfield today, but still with his infield pregame. Guys just doing whatever they can to get warmed up for this one. Definitely a couple days of crazy baseball. You even go back to Hyannis back then too. Nothing typical, but they're fighting through it and making the best of it.
Thank you, Allie. You touched on it. It's not been the easiest week for Bourne, but they're battling through as we head into the bottom of the fourth here on the Bourne Braves Broadcast Network.
BourneBraves.org, the official website of the Bourne Braves, is your one-stop shop for everything Bravos. From directions to the ballpark, the full game schedule, team information, game recaps, roster news, and more. BourneBraves.org is the place to go for information on your favorite team on the Cape.
This is Bourne Braves Baseball on the Bourne Braves Radio Network. You can listen to all 22 Braves regular season contests away from Doran Park here on our YouTube live stream. Can't make it to Chatham? 2-1 out for Wareham? Too busy for Brewster? Not to worry, just search the Bourne Braves on YouTube, sit back, relax, and enjoy a summer night listening to your favorite team on the Cape.
Welcome back to Eldridge Park. Into the bottom of the fourth we head. Matt Scalzo, Cam Manna, happy to be with you here. It's a 2-1 Orleans lead over Bourne. Henry Hunter's two-run home run in the bottom of the third, the difference so far. Bourne struck first in the top of the first inning, an RBI single from Kendall Diggs that drove in Josh Kuroda-Grauer. Gabe Driscoll back on the mound, heading into his fourth inning of work, trying to shake off and bounce back after the two-run home run in the last inning of work. He faces Eddie Micheletti, Fenwick Trimble, and Drew Farreau. Here in the bottom of the fourth, he fires in a first pitch strike to Micheletti. He singled and tried to stretch it to a double, but he was gunned down by Kendall Diggs, who made a strong throw in from right to Jonathan Vastine. 0-1, ground ball right side of the infield. Gloved by Eblin at second, takes a couple steps, flips to first, and it's in time for the first out.
Nice first out there for Gabe Driscoll, working that fastball low in the zone. And as Matt mentioned, Micheletti, that hard swing back in the second. He's seen the ball well. Another hard ground ball, but just right at Eblin at second base.
Brings up Fenwick Trimble, the right fielder at a JMU. Singled his first time up, found a gap on the right side of the infield. First pitch swing for him, he pops it up. It will sail out of play down the first base line into the Crowd of fans all piled up on the hill down the right field line, extending from that 314 sign right down the line to the fence and then wrapping itself all the way back down towards home plate. Beautiful setup for summer baseball. Sun beginning to set over top the school to our right. The 0-1. Trimble, ground ball left side of the infield. Vastine ranges over, picks it up, fires to first, and it's in time. Gets Trimble by a step. Couple of ground outs here for the middle infielders of Bourne, and there's 2 gone here in the bottom of the 4th.
Nice play by Vastine, so patient when he takes ground balls, and he's able to kind of trust his footing, get a few steps in, and trust that hard throw that he has across the diamond to get the runner.
Brings up Drew Farreau. 7-inner, he grounded out to Driscoll his first time up. Driscoll kicks and deals first pitch. Breaking ball is lined foul down the left field line. And it's 0-1, sounded like a broken bat, and it was, as Farreau will go and fetch a fresh piece of lumber from the Orleans dugout on the first base side. No pine tar for him. He's just going to spit into his batting gloves, get a little grip on that fresh Marucci bat. Stands in the lefties batter's box, heading to Florida State in the fall. The 0-1 from Driscoll. Fastball outside, it's 1-1. The 1-1. Breaking ball chopped first base side. It skitters foul. And the count moves to 1-2 with 2 outs. Driscoll looking for a 1-2-3 inning here in the 4th. It's a 2-1 Orleans lead. 2 runs in the bottom of the 3rd for the Firebirds. The 1-2. Called strike 3 on the inside corner. Fastball froze Farreau, and for Driscoll, he's got strikeout number 4 as we head into the 5th here on the Bourne Braves Broadcast Network.
Commercial Electric Solutions, Cape Cod's most valued and professional electric subcontractor who has been providing exceptional services to both commercial and residential customers for over 10 years. Do you have an electric problem? CES has the solution. Cape Cod Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is a proud sponsor of the Bourne Braves. Cape Cod Orthopedic Sports Medicine and Physical Therapy is the region's largest and most experienced orthopedic group, accepting new patients at our Sandwich and Hyannis clinics. Convention Data Services, or CDS, is a technology company based in Bourne and a proud supporter of Cape Cod baseball. Since 1986, CDS has been delivering customized solutions to the global trade show industry. Keep up with CDS on their website at cdsreg.com and follow them on Facebook and LinkedIn.
Into the top of the 5th, we go from Eldridge Park. The sun slowly beginning to set, the lights beginning to flicker on here as the Firebirds of Orleans hold a 2-1 lead over the Bourne Braves. Matt Scalzo alongside Cam Manna, happy to be with you here, and we thank you for making us a part of your Friday night. 9-1-2, due up for the Bravos here in the top of the 5th, facing the right-hander and Daniel Avidia, who's heading into his 5th inning of work. Hugh Pinckney, Jonathan Vastine, and Josh Carota groundwork due up for Bourne. First pitch, breaking ball to Pinckney, the left-hander, misses low and inside the top of his shoes. It's 1-0. Pinckney reaching on a fielder's choice. 1-0 is driven foul down the left field line, and it's 1-1. That ended the inning as Michelle was out at second base. The 1-1. Line drive back up the middle. Diving grab by Justin Rubin at shortstop for the first out, robbing Pinckney of a base hit up the middle.
That ball there was scorched from Pinckney right up the middle, and Rubin just a nice play, reading that one right off the bat, going full extension up the middle. Big out number 1.
Couple great defensive plays as of late for Orleans. First pitch to Jonathan Vastine. Fastball outside, 1-0. Vastine's 0 for 2, a strikeout and a ground out so far for him. The 1-0. Vastine drives this in the air deep to the left center field gap. It'll split the gap and bounce into the wall, a one-hopper. Vastine motoring on his way into second, and he's in there with a one-out double.
Back-to-back hard hit balls. This one down for a base hit for Vastine. 4th double on the summer for him. And that's big for Bourne, looking to just attack back and kind of start to read off of Vidia. Big hit right there for Vastine.
Vastine has so much power driving it the other way. That one hopping into the left center field gap. 350 out there, splitting the gap between Micheletti and Tuft. First pitch to JKG. Fastball downstairs, 1-0. Kuroda Grauer so far, he's 1 for 1. Singled and scored in the first and walked back in the third. He's got a couple stolen bases as well so far for him. 1-0. Fastball paints the inside corner, and it's 1-1 to Kuroda Grauer. Caden Bodine is on deck for Bourne. Righty on righty here, Avidia and Kuroda Grauer. Vastine dancing around over at second. The 1-1 off speed is low, and it's 2-1. Third baseman and Penny creeped up on the infield grass. 2-1, Kuroda Grauer drives it the other way. It's a fly ball, pushing Trimble back, still going back. He settles under it, makes the catch. Vastine will tag and head on into third. He advances another 90 feet, and the tying run for Bourne stands on third base with 2 outs, and Caden Bodine will come up to bat.
Another good swing there for JKG. This one just right at Trimble in right field. But nice for Vastine to advance, and that's kind of the worst comes to worst there for JKG, still doing a job. But you wonder if this is it for Vidia here on the mound visit.
And it will be. Orleans head to the bullpen. Avidia goes 4 2/3 innings. And what I learned pregame would be his final start of the summer. A lot of work the past 2 seasons at Grand Canyon, and Orleans will head to the bullpen here. We'll get the new pitcher on the mound here for the Firebirds and everything you need to know as we step aside here on the Bourne Braves Broadcast Network.
Not being able to make it to Doran Park is no excuse to miss the Braves in action. You can watch every Bravos home game live on the Bourne Braves television network. From stellar pitching performances, dazzling defensive plays, and big-time power displays, you can catch it all from the comfort of your home. It's your favorite Cape League team live on your screen. Just head to the Bourne Braves YouTube and join the fun.
You can catch the Bourne Braves all summer long at Doran Park. With more than 20 home games this season, Braves baseball is just a short drive away, whether you're on or off the Cape. With free admission to every Cape Cod League game, nights at Doran Park provide family fun for everyone. First pitch for all Braves home games is at 6, and you can check out the Bravos' full schedule over at our website, bournebraves.org.
Cape Cod Healthcare is proud to be the official healthcare sponsor of the Cape Cod Baseball League. And with 6 convenient urgent care centers across Cape Cod from Falmouth to Orleans, we're ready to treat a wide variety of minor illnesses and injuries, so you can get back to your regular scheduled summer plans quickly. Open daily with no appointment needed and staffed by board-certified ER providers. View wait times at capecodhealth.org. Cape Cod Health Urgent Care, minor emergencies, major attention.
Marty Chevrolet, your dealer for the people, proudly supports the Bourne Braves baseball team. See all our cars and trucks at martychevrolet.com, and go Braves.
Back at Eldridge Park, it's Derek Clark out of the bullpen here for the Firebirds. Bourne threatening one more time here in the top of the 5th. Jonathan Vastine, the tying run for the Bravos, stands 90 feet away at third, and Caden Bodine will step into the righty's batter's box as it is the left-hander in Clark taking over for Daniel Avidia, who goes 4 2/3, gave up 5 hits, struck out 3 and walked 3. He is responsible for Vastine. The lefty and Clark kicks and deals first pitch to Bodine. It's a fastball low, and it's 1-0. Clark's been the top reliever out of the bullpen here for Orleans. 8 appearances, a 2-1 record with a 1.44 ERA and 18 2/3 innings of work. 1-0, fastball low and inside to the righty in Bodine. It's 2-0. 19 strikeouts to 6 walks. It's the third time the Braves have seen him. He picked up the win in their first meeting on the 12th of June, going 4 innings of shutout baseball, just allowing 3 hits. The 2-0, fastball catches the inside corner, and it's 2-1. Also pitched on the 1st of July, the 6-5 win for the Bravos at Dorn Park. 2-1, swing and a miss by Bodine. It's 2-2. Clark went 3 1/3 innings, just allowed 2 hits, struck out 4, and walked 3. Didn't take the win or the loss. 2-2, swing and a miss. Bodine down on strikes. Clark out of the bullpen, does his job, picks up the strikeout, and Bourne strands another base runner, this time Vastine at third, as we head to the bottom of the 5th here on the Bourne Braves Broadcast Network.
The Bourne Braves organization is looking for families willing to host 1 or 2 players for the Cape League season. It generally runs from the first week in June to early August, and the bond between many host families and their players extend beyond the summer and form lifelong friendships. If you are interested in learning more about this opportunity, visit bournebraves.org.
Braves fans living on the Cape far from Dorn Park? Too far of a drive to make the trip west on any given night? Well, don't worry, because the Braves are coming to you. The Bravos' full slate of games includes trips to all East destinations, including Orleans, Chatham, Brewster, Harwich, and Yarmouth, as well as West Division road trips to Cotuit, Hyannis, down south to Falmouth, and off Cape to Wareham. So wherever you are located on Cape Cod, the Braves will be in your area and are a can't-miss family fun activity. To see the Bravos' full schedule, head over to our website, bournebraves.org, and come join the fun.
Derek Clark, the big strikeout for Orleans in the top of the 5th. Bourne was looking to tie with Jonathan Vastine at third, but he puts Bodine down on strikes as we head to the bottom of the 5th here on the Bourne Braves Broadcast Network. Matt Scalzo, Cam Manna, happy to be with you here. Orleans, 8, 9, and 1, due up here in the bottom of the 5th. That was a part of the order that did the damage the first time up against Gabe Driscoll. Colin Tuft will lead off. The center fielder worked to walk. First pitch breaking ball. Drops into the bottom of the zone, and it's 0-1 from the right-hander in Driscoll, entering into his 5th inning of work. Besides that 2-run home run from Henry Hunter, he's been really strong on the mound. The 0-1 misses outside. It's 1-1 to Tuft. Hunter stands on deck, as I just said. He's 1 for 1. He's got that 2-run blast in the bottom of the 3rd, then Joe Oyama to follow. The 1-1 driven high in the air, deep to left field, but it is tailing foul down the left field line. Tuft got all of that one. He turned on it, but it will sail out of play.
And that one just skyrocketed foul way high in the air. That was way over the foul pole and the scoreboard as well, just hooking foul towards the trees.
So 1-2 count, and Tuft will retrieve his bat, settle back into the righty's batter's box against the right-hander in Driscoll. Tuft settles in the 1-2. Turns this one the other way, and this will slice out of play, foul down the right field line. The count will stay where it is at 1-2.
2 hard hit balls here for Tuft in his last 2 swings, just both foul.
Driscoll working from the first base side of the rubber. He kicks and deals the 1-2. Fastball zips upstairs, and it's 2-2. Middle infield of Vastine and Eblin have their heels on the outfield grass. Contrades hugging the corner at third. 2-2. Checks his swing. He did not go around, as the slider from Driscoll just low and away, trying to get Tuft to chase. Here's the payoff pitch from Driscoll. Ground ball, left side, gloved by Contratis at third. He fires on to first. It's a long throw, but it's on the money to Michelle for the first out.
And great job there from Driscoll, battling in that at-bat. And, you know, you could see Tuft on a few of those swings. Even though they were foul, he was starting to line up the timing and get a few hard-hit pieces off of Driscoll. But Driscoll bearing down, working a ground ball, and a nice out number one here. Trying to just keep this 2-1 as he extends his start.
Looking to get the better of Henry Hunter this go-round. The catcher heading to Georgia. Homered his last time up to right field. It was a tape measure shot. He takes ball one outside, and it's 1-0. It was Hunter's second home run of the season and third and fourth RBI. Takes a breaking ball outside, and it's 2-0. Oyama stands on deck, the leadoff man, and top of the order for Orleans. 2-0. Catches the bottom of the zone, and it's 2-1. Driscoll bounced back from that tough bomb in the third with a 1-2-3 in the fourth. 2-1, driven out towards left field. Kuroda Grauer in the perfect spot. He moves back, and he makes the catch for the second out. First time we've seen JKG tested out in left field, and he's up to the task for the second out.
Good piece there from Hunter. A lot of these hitters now timing up Driscoll a little bit more, but he's working his pitches in spots that are tough to put, really hit balls that can, you know, go too high in just distance and depth, because when you keep the ball low in the zone on fastballs, you work it away from hitters. Tough for them to put a good piece.
Oyama stands in, lefty batter's box. First pitch fouled off of Pinckney. Little stinger off the right leg for the catcher. Points to Scott Lander, says he's all right. Gives him the thumbs up. And it's 0-1. Corners in Contratis and Michelle were pinched in there. Oyama has shown the ability to bunt. He's a speedy guy out of UC Irvine. He's 0 for 2 right now with a ground out to Eblin at second and a strikeout his last time up. Driscoll's got 4 Ks so far. Has issued 2 walks. Contratis creeped up. He's on the infield grass once again. The 0-1 to Oyama. Fastball into the bottom of the zone, and it's a called strike 2. It's 0-2 now. The second baseman in Oyama. Contratis moves back, as does Michelle. The 0-2 from Driscoll. Fastball's outside, 1-2. Eblin has his heels on the outfield grass at second. Vastine creeped in a little bit at short. The 1-2 turned and hooked foul down the right field line by Oyama. Will go again on the 1-2 count with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. 2-1 the lead for Orleans over Bourne. The 1-2 from Driscoll. Oyama flies this in the air, deep towards left field. Kuroda Grauer moves over towards the line and left. He's underneath it. It'll make the catch for the third out. Another 1-2-3 inning for Driscoll here in the bottom of the 5th. We head to the 6th. It's still a 2-1 lead for Orleans over Bourne on the Bourne Braves Broadcast Network.
The Bourne Braves organization is looking for families willing to host 1 or 2 players for the Cape League season. It generally runs from the first week in June to early August, and the bond between many host families and their players extend beyond the summer and form lifelong friendships. If you are interested in learning more about this opportunity, visit bournebraves.org.
Braves fans living on the Cape far from Doran Park? Too far of a drive to make the trip west on any given night? Well, don't worry, because the Braves are coming to you. The Bravos' full slate of games includes trips to all East destinations, including Orleans, Chatham, Brewster, Harwich, and Yarmouth, as well as West Division road trips to Cotuit, Hyannis, down south to Falmouth, and off Cape to Wareham. So wherever you are located on Cape Cod, the Braves will be in your area and are a can't-miss family fun activity. To see the Bravos' full schedule, head over to our website, bournebraves.org, and come join the fun.
Into the 6th from Eldridge Park. It's a 2-1 Orleans lead over Bourne. Matt Scalzo alongside Cam Manna. Happy to be with you here. Kendall Dick, Sam Peterson, and Bryce Eblin due up for Bourne. The heart of the order, 4, 5, and 6 against the left-hander and Derek Clark. into his first full inning of work. Left-hander out of Northwood University. Hails from Petersburg, Michigan. Third time the Bravos have seen him. First pitch to the left-hander, and Diggs. It was a breaking ball that right in the heart of the zone. Belt high to Diggs. It's 0-1. Diggs is 1 for 2. An RBI single in the first, and then grounded into a double play his last time up. 0-1 fastball catches the outside corner, and it's quickly 0-2. The windup from Clark and the 0-2. Fastball bounces in front of home plate. Sliding to his left was Hunter to block it, and it's 1-2. Lefty on lefty, the 1-2. Fastball called, strike 3 on the outside corner. Diggs frozen. Back-to-back punch-outs for Derek Clark, and there's one out here in the top of the 6th.
Matt talked about it when Clark came into the game. He's kind of had the Braves' numbers so far in his appearances, those 2 outings, and he's been able to do his job. Has gone 4 innings and 3 1/3, has not walked a lot of guys, no runs allowed so far against the Braves.
First pitch to Sam Peterson. Breaking ball. Swing and a miss from Peterson down the dirt. It's 0-1. It's not just Bourne he's had their number for. Really every team he's faced except Harwich. His second and third appearances over the summer. 0-1 outside, 1-1. He gave up a run in the 12-2 loss on the 18th of June, and then on the 23rd of June gave up another pair of runs and took the loss 2-1 against the Mariners. The 1-1 catches the inside corner, and it's 1-2. Other than those 2 outings, Clark has yet to did not allow a run in any of his other 6 outings, 2 of which have been against the Bravos. This one is grounded foul off the foot of Peterson. Heads back into the infield, and we'll go again on another 1-2. Has notched 4 strikeouts 3 times this summer. 2 of them have been against Bourne. He's already halfway there. 1-2. Fastball is upstairs. And it's 2-2 to Sam Peterson. 1 gone here in the top of the 6th. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Peterson, oh, nope, dropped third. Or foul tip, actually. Excuse me. I was all jumbled up there. Fouled off by Peterson and was not squeezed by Hunter. So we'll go again on another 2-2. It's here from Clark. And Peterson will ground this one foul down the third base side.
It just foul tipped that one, it looked like, and then that last one rolled on the third base side, and kind of little rocks and pebbles almost brought it back fair at the last second by that bag. But long at bat here for Peterson, looking to work a runner on.
Peterson's 0 for 2 so thus far. Popped out to second and struck out. His 2 times up against Avidia. First time against Clark. Lefty rocks and deals the 2-2. High fastball. Peterson lays off it. It did not go around. The count runs full with 1 out here in the top of the 6th.
And a big spot to get Peterson on. His speed, he can turn an inning around on the base paths, follow him up with Eblin, who's hot.
Payoff pitch from Clark. It's low, and Peterson works a 1-out walk. Great at-bat from Sam Peterson. He gets on. We've touched on his speed pretty much every time he gets on base. 9 for 12 on stolen bags so far this season. And now the lefty and Bryce Eblin digs in. He's 2 for 2, a single both times up for him. From the stretch, here's the first pitch to Eblin. Breaking ball is low and away, 1-0. Peterson takes a 2-3-step lead. Now a snap throw over to first from Clark. At first dive from Peterson. He's back safely ahead of the tag from Hallback. If there's anything that's limited the Braves runner's ability to steal, it is a left-handed pitcher. 1-0, chop back foul by Eblin. It's 1-1.
And he's been seeing the ball very well, Bryce Eblin, right now. And another spot for him to just stay hot, drive a ball into the gap.
For the 1-1, another throw over to first. Peterson back standing up.
And Clark spending a lot of time looking at Peterson, and rightfully so. Don't want to let him get on second right now. He's that tying run.
1-1. Eblin swings and misses on the off speed, and it's 1-2. Peterson takes his lead over at first. Clark looking in for his sign from Hunter. Comes set, deep breath, staring directly at Peterson over at first. And it will be a toss over. Peterson back safely.
And he's gone back-to-back times too, Clark. So, you know, if Peterson's going to steal, you kind of just have to, at one point, just risk it for the biscuit, and we'll see if he does it.
Here he goes, the 1-2. Eblin chops it foul, first base side.
Tough right there. One time you're stealing, foul ball. Had a great jump, too, was Peterson as well. He was going to be safe no matter what there.
Two strike count here for Eblin. Pitch was going to be close towards the...
Oh, yeah, you have to swing.
You got to go. That one's in play. Well, then Peterson, he might be thinking I'm getting home. 1-2, snap throw to first again, and back safely is Peterson, this time closer for the tag for Hallback. Here's the 1-2. Check swing from Eblin. He did not go around on the breaking ball that misses outside. 2-2. Couple long at-bats here. Peterson, now Eblin. Lead over at first for Peterson, about two-step lead. Clark looking in. He's got his sign. The 2-2. Fastball. This one's upstairs. Full count now to Bryce Eblin.
Another long at-bat. Great one from Eblin. Working Clark here, and that's what you want to do as well for a reliever that's been as great as he's been. Trying to work him out of the game right now as well.
Payoff pitch. It's high, gets away from the catcher Hunter. But Bryce Eblin, beautiful at bat. Now back-to-back walks dished out from Clark, puts runners on first and second with one out here in the sixth. And Henry Hunter, the catcher, going to go out and talk with his battery mate in Clark after a pair of walks. After he began his stint tonight, the pair of strikeouts to end the fifth and then to start the sixth. He'll face another lefty here. It's Garrett Michelle. Big spot for Bourne. They've left a single runner on in every inning so far. Looking to finally break through here. Michelle's 0 for 1. A walk and a fly out for him tonight. Eblin at first, Peterson at second. First pitch to Michelle. Breaking ball into the heart of the zone. And it's 0-1. New Contrades is on deck for Bourne. Middle infield pinching of Oyama and Rubin. Clark looks over at Peterson at second. The 0-1 home. Swing and a miss from Michelle on the off speed. It's 0-2. Clark comes set. Checks Peterson at second. Looks over at Eblin. Back to Peterson. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Michelle down on strikes. There's two gone on Clark's third strikeout of the night. Big spot now for New Contrades. He's 0 for 2, and he's looking for his first RBI in a Bourne uniform. It's his fourth game played with the team. Comes in the big spot. Orleans with a 2-1 lead. First pitch to Contrades. Fastball inside, and it's 1-0.
Big spot here for Contrades, and tough one as well for Michelle in that at-bat.
1-0. Fastball catches the inside corner, And it's 2-0, or excuse me, 1-1. Eblin's at first, Peterson's at second. The 1-1. Contrades fouls it off, and the count runs to 1-2 with 2 outs.
And the resilience here for Clark after walking 2 runners and some long at-bats, struggling to consistently find the zone, has kind of found that off speed here, showed it to Michelle in the strikeout. A few pitches here to Contrades as well.
Lefty on righty here against Contrades. Peterson over at second. Both runners going. The 1-2 in the dirt. This one's blocked by Hunter, and Peterson is in safely at third with his 10th stolen base of the season. Eblin was holding over at first. And now the tying run for Bourne stands 90 feet away. Peterson's speed. Clark doesn't want to let anything get past Hunter.
An aggressive call there to go as well on the stolen base. Never want to make the last out at third, so Peterson, great jump and read that off-speed pitch.
Eblin over at first, the 2-2. Fastball's inside of Contrades. Full count. 2 outs here, top of the 6th. Bourne looking to tie. The difference so far has been Henry Hunter's 2-run blast in the bottom of the 3rd. Bourne struck first on a Kendall Diggs RBI in the first inning. The 3-2, breaking ball, called strike 3. At the knees, Contrades down looking. Clark with his 4th and biggest strikeout of the night sends us to the bottom of the 6th. Bourne strands a pair. It's still 2-1 Orleans as we head to the bottom of the 6th on the Bourne Braves Broadcast Network.
Commercial Electric Solutions, Cape Cod's most valued and professional electric subcontractor who has been providing exceptional services to both commercial and residential customers for over 10 years. Do you have an electric problem? CES has the solution. Cape Cod Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is a proud sponsor of the Bourne Braves. Cape Cod Orthopedic Sports Medicine and Physical Therapy is the region's largest and most experienced orthopedic group, accepting new patients at our Sandwich and Hyannis clinics. Convention Data Services, or CDS, is a technology company based in Bourne and a proud supporter of Cape Cod baseball. Since 1986, CDS has been delivering customized solutions to the global trade show industry. Keep up with CDS on their website at cdsreg.com and follow them on Facebook and LinkedIn.
Back at Eldridge Park for the bottom of the 6th. Matt Scalzo, Cam Manna, our producer Ryan Bridges alongside us as well. He's doing great work as always. We've heard from Allie Navarrete. Mojo Hill was with us before the Bravos. He gives us a wave down the third base side. Love having Mojo around us. Great beat reporter. If you want to read any of his articles, just go to the Bourne Braves website. But we're here for the bottom of the 6th. It's a 2-1 Orleans lead. Got to give everyone a shout out. Everyone deserves a little bit of love. Cam and I get all the love. You hear our voices every night, whether it's at home or on the road, but there's a lot of people that go into the good work that we do around here. Justin Rubin to lead off here against Gabe Driscoll, entering his 6th inning of work. It's going to be a great first start for him. First pitch, chopped foul, right on top of the Bourne dugout on the third base side. It's 0-1. Go ahead, Cam. My apologies.
No, I was going to say Bourne's gotten their starters recently to go a lot of deep innings.
The 0-1, fastball outside.
Bryce Cunningham, he went those 6 innings, and then, you look at Ryan Fisher, you look at Garrett Horn, who had the last starts in the last week.
1-1. Check swing, and going around was Rubin. It's 1-2. Even Tristan Smith at Hyannis, 5 shutout innings for him, and then in that 6th inning, Hyannis put up 6. Bourne took the loss. 1-2. This one's driven out towards left field. It will drop in front of Josh Kuroda-Grauer for a leadoff single from Justin Rubin, his first hit of the night. It's a second leadoff base runner for the Firebirds. Last one came in the bottom of the 3rd. It was a walk from Colin Tuft, and then it was followed up by a 2-run home run from Henry Hunter. Brings up Jack Penny. He's 0 for 2. Left-hander out of Notre Dame. Playing at third. He's made a nice defensive play in the field. Look at him get his bat going here. Middle infield pinching for Bourne. First pitch popped up out of play. We'll go over the road behind us. And it's 0-1. Contrades even with the bag over at third. Michelle holding on to the runner in Rubin at first. Rubin's 1 for 2 with stolen bases so far this season. Driscoll from the stretch will fire a throw over to first. Gloved by Michelle. No tag, and back safely was Rubin regardless. Peterson camped out in straightaway center field. He's got Diggs over in right and Kuroda Growers in left. The 0-1. Downstairs, 1-1. Born in the road blues with the camo hats. Orleans in their alternate red tops. It's Red Shirt Friday here on the Cape. They are also rocking the camo hats. The 1-1. Breaking ball is low. It's 2-1.
And a big spot here for Orleans late to kind of just command this one. You wonder who Bourne goes to out of the bullpen. Right now, no one warming up.
2-1. This one's clipped straight back, and it's 2-2.
But Gabe Driscoll, this start for him, and Matt and I have talked about it, his performances out of the bullpen and understanding what he did at Binghamton in a starting role as well. He can go the distance, and the shortage of pitching has shown that he can pitch in any capacity right now for the Braves.
2-2 to Penny. Slider just misses a touch outside. Count runs full to Penny. On deck is Matt Hallback. And if it gets further, Eddie Micheletti in the hole. Over at first is Rubin. He worked a leadoff single to left field as first to begin this inning. He's going. 3-2, misses down away. And it's ball 4. Sends Penny walking. First 2 runners have reached base here for Orleans. In the bottom of the 6th, brings up Matt Hallback. And a big spot for the Firebirds looking to stretch their lead.
Now the heart of the order here for Orleans as well, and that question keeps coming as a pressing one right now for Scott Landers. How much longer do you leave Driscoll here deep into this one?
Righty on righty against Hallback. The lefty and Micheletti on deck. First pitch, swing and a miss on the slider. It's 0-1. Hallback has struck out both times against Driscoll so far tonight. Driscoll 4 strikeouts to 3 walks. Has allowed 4 hits, just 2 runs, all coming on 1 hit. The 0-1, fastball right at the knees, strike 2. It's 0-2 with nobody out. Driscoll looks in, he's got his sign. Working from the stretch, he checks over at Rubin. The 0-2, fastball. Touch outside, it's 1-2. Hallback the wide righty stance. It's Penny at first, Rubin at second. The 1-2, breaking ball, swing and a miss. Hallback down on strikes for the 3rd time and for the 5th strikeout of the night for Gabe Driscoll.
Big punch out there for Driscoll, going to that breaking ball, and Hallback just way out in front. Couldn't make up his mind, and as we talked about, here comes Scott Landers to talk to Driscoll, and he gives that point as well.
Arm up in the bullpen, and it looks like that'll be the night for Gabe Driscoll. Wanted to give him another shot here against the righty and Hallback, who he's had his number with a couple of times tonight and got it for the 3rd time. But Gabe Driscoll's first start comes to a close after 5 1/3 innings of work. We'll get you the new pitcher and all you need to know as we step aside here on the Bourne Braves Broadcast Network.
The Bourne Braves organization is looking for families willing to host 1 or 2 players for the Cape League season. It generally runs from the first week in June to early August, and the bond between many host families and their players extend beyond the summer and form lifelong friendships. If you're interested in learning more about this opportunity, visit bournebraves.org.
Braves fans living on the Cape, far from Doran Park, too far of a drive to make the trip west on any given night? Well, don't worry, because the Braves are coming to you. The Bravos' full slate of games includes trips to all East destinations, including Orleans, Chatham, Brewster, Harwich, and Yarmouth, as well as West Division road trips to Cotuit, Hyannis, down south to Falmouth, and off Cape to Wareham. So wherever you are located on Cape Cod, the Braves will be in your area and are a can't-miss family fun activity. To see the Bravos' full schedule, head over to our website, formbraves.org, and come join the fun.
Cape Cod Healthcare is proud to be the official healthcare sponsor of the Cape Cod Baseball League. And with 6 convenient urgent care centers across Cape Cod from Falmouth to Orleans, we're ready to treat a wide variety of minor illnesses and injuries, so you can get back to your regular scheduled summer plans quickly. Open daily with no appointment needed and staffed by board-certified ER providers. View wait times at capecodhealth.org. Cape Cod Health Urgent Care, minor emergencies, major attention.
Marty Chevrolet, your dealer for the people, proudly supports the Bourne Braves baseball team. See all our cars and trucks at martychevrolet.com, and go Braves.
Welcome back to Eldridge Park. New pitcher on the mound, and it's Matthew Taubensee at North Greenville University, making his first appearance on the summer for the Bravos. Went 4-0 and 18 appearances all in the bullpen this past season. The 2.02 ERA and 26 2/3 innings of work. Gave up 6 runs, all of them earned, on 25 hits. Struck out 23 and walked 9. In 2022, also with North Greenville, had a 4.73 ERA. Struck out 52 and walked 14. Made 6 starts that year as well. He'll face Eddie Micheletti, lefty on lefty, to begin his stint on the Cape. Runners on first and second. First pitch. Fastball just misses below the knees, and it's 1-0. Micheletti 1 for 2 so far tonight. Has Penny at first and Rubin at second. Rubin began the inning with a single. Penny followed it up with a walk. Matt Hallback struck out for the final out for Gabe Driscoll. Fastball from the lefty, down and away, 2-0.
And Taubensee, a big lefty too, stands at 6'4". Smart to bring him here on the lefty on lefty as well.
Checks the runner at Rubin at second. The 2-0. Fastball at the knees, called strike 1. And it's 2-1. Taubensee sets on the mound. Here's the 2-1. Fastball lined left field, out of reach for Vastine. Motoring around third is Rubin. The relay throw cuts him off. He'll hold there at third. Strong throw from JKG. Stopped Rubin in his tracks. The bases are loaded with just 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th.
Hard hit ball there from Micheletti, but a really good play from Josh Kroger-Grauer, cutting that ball off and having to come in, quick crow hop right to the cutoff. We talked about his athleticism, first time we've seen him range in the outfield. Big play to give Bourne a chance here for a double play.
Fenwick Trimble digs in. He's 1 for 2. A single and a ground out for him so far tonight. Looking to break this wide open. First pitch from Taubensee to the righty. Swinging, and he flies it out deep towards right field down the line. Diggs moving over. He makes the catch. Tagging and scoring will be Rubin. It's a sac fly for Fenwick Trimble. That makes it a 3-1 Orleans lead.
And Trimble doing a job right there. A nice high fly ball deep down the right field line. Diggs had a hard throw into second, so he kept the runner in Micheletti still at first, but Penny went to third, and if you're Taubensee right here, you're looking to stop it, keep it a 2-run lead, and keep it where it is right now. And that earned run is well will go to Driscoll.
Driscoll is also responsible for Penny over at third. Another righty and Drew Farreau digs in. Runners on the corners, 2 outs. First pitch fastball, it's low, picked by Pinckney, and it's 1-0. Micheletti at first, Penny at third. Lefty and Taubensee working from the stretch on the third base side of the rubber. The 1-0, fastball, grounded foul, third base side. Micheletti was going. He'll head back to first. 1-1 count, 2 outs, bottom of the 6th. A 3-1 Orleans lead. Bourne's had their chances, have not been able to capitalize. Meanwhile, for Orleans, first time we've really seen them threaten after the 2-run home run in the third. This one's clipped back, and it's 1-2.
And big pitch coming up for Taubensee, and we've seen kind of the new relievers for Bourne. We saw Lavelle as well.
Yep, Lavelle last night. Good first stint for him. Left-hander out of Palm Beach Atlantic College. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Down by way of the K goes Drew Farreau, and a big strikeout for Taubensee. Gets out of the jam for Bourne. Just 1 run allowed here in the 6th. But Orleans stretches their advantage to 2. It's a 3-1 Orleans lead as we head to the 7th. I'll hand play-by-play off to Cam. He'll take you the rest of the way here on the Bourne Braves Broadcast Network.
BourneBraves.org, the official website of the Bourne Braves, is your one-stop shop for everything Bravos. From directions to the ballpark, the full game schedule, team information, game recaps, roster news, and more. BourneBraves.org is the place to go for information on your favorite team on the Cape.
This is Bourne Braves Baseball on the Bourne Braves Radio Network. You can listen to all 22 Braves regular season contests away from Doran Park here on our YouTube live stream. Can't make it to Chatham? 2-1 out for Wareham? Too busy for Brewster? Not to worry, just search the Bourne Braves on YouTube, sit back, relax, and enjoy a summer night listening to your favorite team on the Cape.
Cape Cod Healthcare is proud to be the official healthcare sponsor of the Cape Cod Baseball League. And with 6 convenient urgent care centers across Cape Cod from Falmouth to Orleans, we're ready to treat a wide variety of minor illnesses and injuries, so you can get back to your regular scheduled summer plans quickly. Open daily with no appointment needed and staffed by board-certified ER providers. View wait times at capecodhealth.org. Cape Cod Health Urgent Care, minor emergencies, major attention.
Marty Chevrolet, your dealer for the people, proudly supports the Bourne Braves baseball team. See all our cars and trucks at martychevrolet.com, and go Braves.
We head to the top of the 7th inning here from Eldridge Park, and the Firebirds now take a 3-1 lead over the Bourne Braves. And a new pitcher now for Orleans, the lefty Chase Loomis. Out of the University of Texas, Derek Clark was spectacular out of the bullpen, keeping it where it is at the 1-run game for Bourne. He had 4 strikeouts out of the bullpen, replacing Daniel Avita. And Loomis, now the pitcher, 0-1, 11.57 ERA. This is his 5th appearance so far for Orleans. 2 strikeouts to 6 walks, so looking to really turn around his summer here in a big outing and looking to keep it where it is in favor of the Firebirds. It's 9-1-2 for Bourne. Hugh Pinckney, Jonathan Vastine, and Josh Krotograuer all due up. And to start, it will be the lefty and Pinckney 0 for 2 so far. Hard line out back in the 5th inning. 5 hits for either side so far, neither team with an error. Loomis, the lefty, will work from the stretch to the lefty and Pinckney. Long look in, high leg kick. First pitch, fastball to the backstop, count 1-0. Smart decision here for Kelly Nicholson, the manager for Orleans, to go to Loomis. As a lefty, he'll face back-to-back lefties in Pinckney and Vastine. 1-0 pitch, fastball at the knees, just gonna miss. 2 balls, no strikes. Pinckney came into the game hot, 6 hits in his last 3 games, looking to be the leadoff base runner here for the Bravos in the 7th. Loomis set, highlight kick, 2-0 pitch. This one line right field, drops down for a base hit. There it is for Hugh Pinckney, the leadoff base runner. He stays hot for the Bravos. And here comes to the top of the order, Jonathan Vastine.
Yeah, big for Hugh to keep his hot streak going. His hitting streak now extends to 4 games in a row, and in games he's appeared in. 7 hits in those 4 games as well. You just love to see it for Hugh, especially starting so slow and now turning it on here as he's coming into July.
Loomis set, a look at first. First pitch to Vastine, breaking ball outside, 1-0. And Hugh, during the top half of the 6th, when he was on the on-deck circle, he checked with me and Matt if he wasn't in front of us as well. So just one of the nicest guys in the roster, great one to talk to. Pick over to first before the 1-0 pitch, and Pinckney back standing. Vastine 1 for 3, doubled back in the 5th, was stranded at 3rd on a hard hit ball to left center field off the wall. 2-step lead for Pinckney. From the left of the rubbers, Loomis. 1-0 pitch, fastball up and in, 2-0. Middle infield here for Orleans, pinching of Rubin and Oyama. Third baseman in Penny, a step back off the grass, outfield straightaway depth. Tying run at the plate here in Vastine. 2 balls, no strikes. Loomis's pitch, this one's gonna get Vastine right on his hip, it looked like. He'll take a slow walk to first base. First and second for the Braves here with no away. And here comes JKG.
It looks like Orleans will be heading to the bullpen. Kelly Nicholson out of the dugout, and that's exactly what it will be. He was doing the situational thing, putting a lefty against these 2 lefties for Bourne, but the single and hit by a pitch concludes his night just after 2 batters. It'll be a righty out of the bullpen.
So Loomis, his night will end. Matt mentioned that righty out of the bullpen, and we'll get you the new pitcher, the new stats, and everything you need to know when we return on the Bourne Braves Broadcast Network.
Not being able to make it to Doran Park is no excuse to miss the Braves in action. You can watch every Bravos home game live on the Bourne Braves television network. From stellar pitching performances, dazzling defensive plays, and big-time power displays, you can catch it all from the comfort of your home. It's your favorite Cape League team live on your screen. Just head to the Bourne Braves YouTube and join the fun.
You can catch the Bourne Braves all summer long at Doran Park. With more than 20 home games this season, Braves baseball is just a short drive away, whether you're on or off the Cape. With free admission to every Cape Cod League game, nights at Doran Park provide family fun for everyone. First pitch for all Braves home games is at 6, and you can check out the Bravos' full schedule over at our website, bournebraves.org.
Cape Cod Healthcare is proud to be the official healthcare sponsor of the Cape Cod Baseball League. And with 6 convenient urgent care centers across Cape Cod from Falmouth to Orleans, we're ready to treat a wide variety of minor illnesses and injuries, so you can get back to your regular scheduled summer plans quickly. Open daily with no appointment needed and staffed by board-certified ER providers. View wait times at capecodhealth.org. Cape Cod Health Urgent Care, minor emergencies, major attention.
Marty Chevrolet, your dealer for the people, proudly supports the Bourne Braves baseball team. See all our cars and trucks at martychevrolet.com, and go Braves.
The night comes to the end for the left-hander Chase Loomis, and Matthew Watson, the righty out of Texas A&M Corpus Christi, is now on the mound. The redshirt sophomore in 2023, a 5.51 ERA. He went 6-5 on 17 appearances, started 14 games, 78 and 1/3 innings pitched out of the bullpen, 54 strikeouts for him out of his 33 walks, excuse me. And this is his first appearance here with the Firebirds in a big spot. First and second. Here's the 2-hitter and the righty in Josh Kroger-Grauer. Bourne trails by 2, no outs in the inning. The tall righty set, first pitch from the stretch. JKG, a bunt third base side. It's going to roll foul. He had a bunt single in the first inning, wanted it again there. It just ruled not in his favor.
Yeah, that would have been a close one there. third baseman and Penny. It puts him in a bind. Likely not going to get Pinckney heading to third just based on, him having to play the ball. We'll see what JKG does this time around.
Watson, highlight kick. Bunt once again, popped up behind home plate and not getting it is Hunter. Just sailing past him right behind the home plate dirt. And count quickly 0-2, that bunt. Now not in mind for Crota-Grauer. Pinckney off second base. Off first is Vastine. Big spot here for the Braves in the top of the 7th, trailing 3-1. 4 RBIs for Crota-Grauer. He digs back and he's 1 for 2. Has scored once and walked as well with a stolen base. Watson, the 6'5 righty, sets his sights. A look at second at Pinckney. Back at home plate, another look. Gives a third look to Pinckney. 0-2 pitch, fouled straight back. Just a piece was JKG on the heater. Bourne leading in the hits department with 6, Orleans with 5. It's been a back and forth game. But the Firebirds have gotten their help out of the bullpen, and Clark Loomis struggled. Watson looking to help him out here. No balls, 2 strikes once again. Watson, the pitch, this one, skied out towards right field and towards the line. Trimble shading over. He'll settle under it. He'll make the catch. Tagging is Pinckney, Vastine not. This throw comes into second. Now runners at the corners for the Bravos with 1 away. And the chance now for Caden Bodine to bring Bourne back into this one.
Yeah, big spot here for Bodine. At the very least, you just want to do your job and get 1 run in any way you can. If that's a sac fly, do that. You get a single, that's even better. Don't need to get it all back at once.
Bodine, the switch hitter, will bat left here against Watson. He's 0 for 2. He has walked. That came back in the 3rd inning. Watson, first pitch, fastball in there at the knees, count 0-1. Pinckney 90 feet away at third base. That tying run is Vastine off first. The go-ahead in the box in Bodine. No home runs so far in his season on 11 RBIs. Watson set, takes a look at the dirt. Now at home plate, glove of the belt. The pitch, this one chopped at shortstop, could be 2. Rubin picks it up, fires to second for 1. Oyama on to first, the scoop, not in time, and gets past him. Bodine reaches safely at first base. Pinckney will score. Bourne cuts the Orleans lead to 1. It's 3-2. Matt mentioned the opportunities for Bodine there and what he can do, and could have been costly there on a double play as Kelly Nicholson, the manager for Orleans, coming out. He's going to point at the bullpen once again. But Bodine putting a ball in play and letting Orleans work. A tough throw, no scoop from Hallback. Bourne now only trails by 1. And with 2 outs now in the inning, Bodine to first. Kendall Diggs will be the hitter, and a new pitcher. It will be a lefty for Orleans. We'll get you that and everything you need to know when we return once again on the Bourne Braves Broadcast Network.
The Bourne Braves organization is looking for families willing to host 1 or 2 players for the Cape League season. It generally runs from the first week in June to early August, and the bond between many host families and their players extend beyond the summer and form lifelong friendships. If you are interested in learning more about this opportunity, visit bournebraves.org.
Braves fans living on the Cape far from Doran Park? Too far of a drive to make the trip west on any given night? Well, don't worry, because the Braves are coming to you. The Bravos' full slate of games includes trips to all East destinations, including Orleans, Chatham, Brewster, Harwich, and Yarmouth, as well as West Division road trips to Cotuit, Hyannis, down south to Falmouth, and off Cape to Wareham. So wherever you are located on Cape Cod, the Braves will be in your area and are a can't-miss family fun activity. To see the Bravos' full schedule, head over to our website, bournebraves.org, and come join the fun.
Cape Cod Healthcare is proud to be the official healthcare sponsor of the Cape Cod Baseball League. And with 6 convenient urgent care centers across Cape Cod from Falmouth to Orleans, we're ready to treat a wide variety of minor illnesses and injuries, so you can get back to your regular scheduled summer plans quickly. Open daily with no appointment needed and staffed by board-certified ER providers. View wait times at capecodhealth.org. Cape Cod Health Urgent Care, minor emergencies, major attention.
Marty Chevrolet, your dealer for the people, proudly supports the Bourne Braves baseball team. See all our cars and trucks at martychevrolet.com, and go Braves.
Two outs here in the top of the 7th inning, and another new pitcher for Orleans. Their third new arm of the inning. It was Loomis to start, Matthew Watson, and now Connor Eaton, the left-hander out of George Mason University. 0-1 so far in his summer, a 6.51 ERA. This is his 8th appearance, 10 strikeouts to 6 walks. He has faced Bourne, and in that one he went 1 inning on 4 earned runs. Looking to change his tides here. He'll face the lefty in Kendall Diggs. Bodine on first base. He had the RBI fielder's choice. Slide step, first pitch. Diggs shows bunt. He pulls back. Not going to matter. A strike on the inner half. Pickney scored. He led off the inning with a single. And Bourne now only trails by 1. 0-1 count. Eaton set. Pitch to Diggs. Grounder second base side. Oyama shades over to his left. Picks it up on a hop. Fires to first. It's in time to end the inning. So a lot of bullpen work here for Orleans. They go to their third pitcher here in the top of the 7th, and it does their job. They keep the lead on their side, but now only by 1 on Bodine's fielder's choice. Brought in Pinkney. Orleans in front 3-2. Bottom 7 coming up. We'll stretch it out here from Eldridge Park on the Bourne Braves Broadcast Network.
Commercial Electric Solutions, Cape Cod's most valued and professional electric subcontractor who has been providing exceptional services to both commercial and residential customers for over 10 years. Do you have an electric problem? CES has the solution. Cape Cod Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is a proud sponsor of the Bourne Braves. Cape Cod Orthopedic Sports Medicine and Physical Therapy is the region's largest and most experienced orthopedic group, accepting new patients at our Sandwich and Hyannis clinics. Convention Data Services, or CDS, is a technology company based in Bourne and a proud supporter of Cape Cod baseball. Since 1986, CDS has been delivering customized solutions to the global trade show industry. Keep up with CDS on their website at cdsreg.com and follow them on Facebook and LinkedIn.
Bourne gets one back in the top of the 7th inning. They trail Orleans 3-2. And we thank you for joining us once again on the Bourne Braves Broadcast Network. Alongside Matt Scalzo, I'm Cam Manna with you. Orleans back to the plate here in the bottom half of the 7th. It's 8-9-1. Colin Tuft, Henry Hunter with the 2-run blast, and Joe Oyama. Matthew Taubensee once again on the bump in relief for Gabe Driscoll, the lefty out of North Carolina Greenville. A very good D2 program. He went 4-0 this spring, a 2.02 ERA. Tuft, the righty, digs in. He's 0 for 1, walked and scored in the 3rd. First pitch, fouled back on the heater, down 0-1. Third meeting between these two teams, the second here from Eldridge Park. Bourne 0-1 here in Orleans on the tip of the Cape. Looking to change their fortunes here against the Firebirds, who have won 2 in a row. Taubensee to the stretch, glove of the belt. High leg kick, 0-1 pitch. Fastball comes in at the belt once again. Count now 0-2. Tuft transferring to Tulane, the center fielder, batting .200. Just his 6th game here on Cape Cod with the Firebirds. Taubensee, a long look into the sign from Pickney, now he agrees. The 0-2 pitch. Fastball just going to clip low, went to the shins. Taubensee waltz off the mound, he wanted it. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 6 hits for Bourne, 5 for Orleans, neither side with an error. Bourne just down by 1 in a back-and-forth game that's relied on a lot for the bullpen for Orleans, and Bourne, they're pitching from Gabe Driscoll. Taubensee, 1-2 pitch, chopped at first base. A one-hopper picked up from Michelle. He'll step on the bag himself for the first out in the bottom of the 7th. Taubensee looking to help out Driscoll, who is stellar. And Driscoll, 5 1/3 innings pitched. His first start, the righty out of Binghamton, had 5 strikeouts. So Matt and I talked about what he's done out of the bullpen. Has a save in 6 appearances coming into this one. And he's given Bourne a chance to get back in the win column after the 7-2 loss last night against Falmouth. Here's the catcher, Henry Hunter, the lefty out of Georgia. A lefty-on-lefty matchup here. Taubensee, the highlight kick. First pitch fastball outside, 1-0. Hunter had the 2-run home run in the third inning. That gave Orleans the 2-1 lead. Lined out back in the fifth. Had Driscoll's number, but now faces the lefty in Taubensee. 1-0, check swing, pitch was low. The check down, and Fernando Cockrum says he did not go around. Count now 2-0. 7, 8, 9 in this order for Orleans, all transfers. Florida State for Rowe and Tulane for Tuft, Hunter to Georgia. Taubensee set once again, 2 balls, no strikes. Here's the pitch, fastball outside corner, painted for a strike, count 2-1. Hunter, that was his second home run of the summer, now has 4 RBIs. Taubensee set once again. Gets a sign from Pinckney, now a deep breath. 2-1 pitch, check swing, fastball low. He held up, 3-1. Normal depth for the Bourne defense here. Straight away in the outfield, Kendall Diggs a few steps to his right in right field towards the gap. 3 balls, 1 strike, 1 away. Taubensee sets. He fires. Fastball popped up, shallow left center field. Vastine goes back at short. JKG comes in. He'll call off Peterson in left to make the catch. Back-to-back outs for Taubensee in his first full inning of work. There's 2 away. Another lefty now in Joe Oyama. Oyama 0 for 3, but he's made some very nice plays in the infield at second base. Almost turned a double play to end off the top of the 7th, but Bodine just beating it out. And a bit of a low throw from Oyama, not scooped by the first baseman and Hallback. First baseman Michelle is in, same with Contreras at third. First pitch to the lefty, changeup low, count 1-0. Oyama does not strike out a lot, has struck out once tonight, just his 3rd on the summer, batting .355. Vastine and Eblin, they're back in the middle infield. Taubensee back to the stretch. The lefty's 1-0 pitch, this one in the zone. Outside corner heater, count 1-1.
Taubensee's done a good job locating pitches well, keeping them low, especially against Oyama. That strike zone gets a little smaller. Only stands at 5-7.
The 1-1 pitch, the 5-7 lefty cut on and missed. Back to that fastball. Count 1-2, and Taubensee looking for a 1-2-3.
He's a mighty 5-7 though. He gets on base in any way he can.
Sparks fire for Orleans. Looking to do it here with 2 outs. 1 strikeout for Taubensee so far in the 6th. Looking to do it here in the 7th. 1-2, cut on and miss. Foul tipped in the glove of Pinckney, strike 3. 2 strikeouts for Matthew Taubensee here in the bottom half of the 7th inning. Bourne only trails Orleans 3-2. Led to the top of the 8th, but right before that, we have more with the 3rd member of our crew. Here's Ali Navarrete.
Thank you, Cam. A new saying in the Bourne dugout that I heard started yesterday, and it's continued in today, and that's just have a hit. Instead of, have a day, have a game, they're saying have a hit, and they could definitely use that right now as they're looking to mount another come-from-behind win against Orleans. This one starting to feel kind of like an early Bourne game in early June, but the bats have certainly changed a lot since then, and so hopefully they can take some words of advice that they've been spreading throughout their own dugout and start to get this one going here in the 8th.
We thank you, Allie. Bourne looking to get this one going. Trail 3-2, top 8 coming up, and the Bravos back with the sticks when we return on the Bourne Braves Broadcast Network.
The Bourne Braves organization is looking for families willing to host 1 or 2 players for the Cape League season. It generally runs from the first week in June to early August, and the bond between many host families and their players extend beyond the summer and form lifelong friendships. If you are interested in learning more about this opportunity, visit bournebraves.org.
Braves fans living on the Cape far from Doran Park? Too far of a drive to make the trip west on any given night? Well, don't worry, because the Braves are coming to you. The Bravos' full slate of games includes trips to all East destinations, including Orleans, Chatham, Brewster, Harwich, and Yarmouth, as well as West Division road trips to Cotuit, Hyannis, down south to Falmouth, and off Cape to Wareham. So wherever you are located on Cape Cod, the Braves will be in your area and are a can't-miss family fun activity. To see the Bravos' full schedule, head over to our website, bornbraves.org, and come join the fun.
Marty Chevrolet, your dealer for the people, proudly supports the Bourne Braves baseball team. See all our cars and trucks at martychevrolet.com, and go Braves.
Top of the 8th from Eldridge Park. The Braves back to home plate with the lumber. And a new pitcher once again for Orleans. Now the right-hander out of Harvard, Sean Matson. His 10th appearance, and he's yet to allow a run. He's 3-0. One of the top relievers for Orleans has 2 saves. First pitch to Sam Peterson, a bunt down the third base line. It's a beauty. Backhanded from Madison, no throw. Peterson turning his feet to first base, the speedster, with a bunt single to lead off the top of the 8th.
Always got to be aware with the speed Bourne has. If they're going to lay it on a little bunt, that's exactly what Peterson did. Starting out that inning, now you turn it over to Bryce Eblin, who's reached base every time tonight. A couple of singles as well for him. And for Matson, all of his appearances out of the bullpen hasn't gone too long. Longest stint so far for him, 2 1/3.
13 strikeouts to 1 walk for the righty. Here's Eblin, shows bunt, pulls back. Fastball up, almost a snap throw from Hunter to first. Peterson back standing. 10 stolen bases now for Sam Peterson. Had a stolen bag in the 6th. He's that tying run off first base. Bryce Eblin is the go-ahead here in the top of the 8th. Matson stands at 6'2", 215 pounds. A junior for Harvard. 1-0 pitch, popped up high in the air in left field. Peterson was going. He'll jog back to first base, now a few steps off the bag. And this ball is going to be dropped in left field. Peterson now to second base. It was a fair ball right down the left field line. So a great job from Peterson. He ranged back to the bag, then stayed halfway reading that ball. So Eblin to first base. First and second for the Braves. The go-ahead run on the bags as Garrett Michelle comes to the dish.
Yeah, any way you can get on base for Bryce Eblin, even if you have a little fortune on your side. Not sure if the twilight zone came into effect there. You know, it's darker sky up above. If it gets above the lights, tough to see.
Eblin's 3rd hit of the night, and here's Garrett Michelle. Prime opportunity for the lefty. Matson, first pitch. Peterson's going. Hunter, strong throw to third base. The tag from Penny. It's in time. Peterson was looking for stolen base number 11. Couldn't get it. Hunter gunned him at third base, but Eblin, he was stealing as well. He's now on second. So still an RBI chance here from Michelle. That go-ahead run off the bags. The go-ahead run now in the box of Michelle. Eblin the tying run on second base. 1 out now here in the top of the 8th. Prime spot for Michelle. First pitch, check swing. Not first pitch, excuse me. This one, first strike. Now count 1-1.
I like the aggressiveness. It's just, you know, for me, I think it's with the lefty in the box, it gives you a clean throw for Hunter.
Pick over to second, just a late throw. Eblin was back standing.
And that's where you run into that trouble. And Peterson's got that speed. It just becomes it's increasingly difficult already to steal third. But when you give that catcher that clean lane with a lefty in the box, it gets that much more difficult.
1-1 pitch, cut on a miss from Michelle. Matson, the heavy fastball, count 1-2. 13 RBIs for Michelle in a big spot right here. Bourne back-to-back hits, but as Matt mentioned, that aggressiveness costing them here. 1-2 pitch, fastball above the letters, count knotted at 2s. Eblin off second base here is taking a lot of looks at the third base coach and John Topoleski. He has a 2-step lead, the shortstop and Ruben holding him on. 2-2, fastball inside corner, it froze Michelle, strike 3. Out number 2 here in the top of the 8th, Matson, a big punch out. And New Contreras looking to tie up this game or take the lead. It's down to him here in the 8th. Contreras, the righty, digs in. 0 for 3 so far, 2 strikeouts. Matson set. First pitch, wave and a miss. Out in front of the off speed, quick 0-1 count. Matson now back to the stretch, he's working very quickly. Eblin still off the bag at second base. 0-1 pitch, fastball low, block from Hunter, trickles third base side. And not going here is Eblin. Time called here from the home plate umpire in Engstrad. We'll give a new ball to the pitcher in Madsen. But this has been the inning for Bourne where they could have done it. And a questionable steal call there. You have the runners on with no outs. Bourne gets caught. Can Contreras do it? 1-1 pitch, fouled back. Count now 1-2. And Madsen, a chance to work out of this one. The bullpen for the Firebirds has been their bread and butter tonight. The sixth pitcher in Madsen, who's on the bump. Looks in for the sign, 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch to Contreras. Breaking ball low, he's not biting. Count even at 2s. Straightaway depth here for the Orleans defense. Time called here before the 2-2. Still a large crowd here at Eldridge Park on this Friday night. Firebirds looking for 3 wins in a row. Engstrad talking to Scott Landers on the third base side before the pitch. Now we're set once again. Contreras back in the box. Madsen on the bump. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away in the top of the 8th. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Oh, just foul tips. And not squeezing it was Hunter. Would have been big there for Orleans. Contreras lives another pitch. Can Madsen do it this time? Contreras still looking for hit number 2. Could be big here. 2-2. Upstairs, count now full. Hugh Pinckney waits on deck for Bourne. Extended his 4-game hit streak in the 7th. He scored that 2nd run. Clap started here at Eldridge Park. Madsen set. Full count pitch. Breaking ball is low. And a long at-bat for Contreras. He gets on, keeps the inning alive. And here comes the lefty, Hugh Pinckney.
It's a nice at-bat for Contreras. Big spot. We saw him up in the 6th. Had runners on 1st and 2nd, and Peterson and Eblin, and he went down looking. And there he stayed patient, got a little luck on his side. Hunter couldn't squeeze it, and now Hugh Pinckney comes up in a favorable matchup, and he's been one of the hotter bats for Bourne.
The hot bat digs in. First pitch, fastball outside, count 1-0. That go-ahead run back on base for Bourne and Contreras, and Eblin now on 2nd. He's that tying run. 1-0 count. Madsen a long look into the sign from Hunter. Now he sets. The pitch, fastball low and inside, gets past Hunter. Eblin was off the bag at second base. No throw back. Just kept his footing. Almost fell to the ground in between 2nd and 3rd. Now a hitter's count to Pinckney, 2-0. Pinckney extended his hit streak to 4 here tonight. Has 3 RBIs, looking for a big one right here. Madsen, a look at second base at Eblin. 2-0 pitch, fastball way outside, 3-0. And Bourne looking to work it all the way back to the top of the order. Jonathan Vastine on deck. An up and down kind of inning. First 2 runners on. Caught stealing was Peterson, then a strikeout, but Contreras keeps it alive with a walk. 3-0 to Pinckney. Fastball called, strike. Oh, close call there. Bourne did not like it. Looked above the letters. Pinckney stays in the box, 3-1. Man, could be a costly one there. Pinckney waves his bat. Madsen set once again. Glove at the belt, look at second. Takes a second look. Eblin bouncing around. 3-1 pitch, fastball in there at the knees. Count now full. And Madsen works it all the way back, down 3-0. And a chance to bounce out of this inning. Some Let's Go Firebirds chants and some claps. Gear up here from Eldridge Park. 3-2, 2 away. Madsen set. The payoff pitch popped up out of play. And this one into the road. Pinckney lives another day.
That was a fastball into the heart of the zone. Pinckney was on it.
An intense spot for both of these squads. We'll do it again. Madsen the look in. Pinckney waves his bat. Now bat above the shoulder. He's set. The payoff. Ground ball. Second base right at Oyama. Picks it up on a hop. Fires to first. It's in time. And the Firebirds get out of a huge jam. Sean Matson, the 6th pitcher for Orleans, works out of the top of the 8th inning. 2 hits and no runs for Bourne here in the top half. Bottom 8 coming up. Orleans still in front 3-2 on the Bourne Braves Broadcast Network.
Commercial Electric Solutions, Cape Cod's most valued and professional electric subcontractor who has been providing exceptional services to both commercial and residential customers for over 10 years. Do you have an electric problem? CES has the solution. Cape Cod Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is a proud sponsor of the Bourne Braves. Cape Cod Orthopedic Sports Medicine and Physical Therapy is the region's largest and most experienced orthopedic group, accepting new patients at our Sandwich and Hyannis clinics. Convention Data Services, or CDS, is a technology company based in Bourne and a proud supporter of Cape Cod baseball. Since 1986, CDS has been delivering customized solutions to the global trade show industry. Keep up with CDS on their website at cdsreg.com and follow them on Facebook and LinkedIn.
A close one from Eldridge Park as we head to the bottom of the 8th inning. 2-3-4 for Orleans. Justin Rubin, Jack Penny, and Matt Hullback all due up. And Matthew Taubensee, the 6'4 left-hander, back on the bump once again. Worked a 1-2-3 bottom half of the 7th. Bourne had a chance, back-to-back leadoff singles in the top half of the 8th inning, but then a caught stealing from Peterson at third, a strikeout. Contreras kept it alive with a walk, but Pinckney grounded out to end that inning. And Bourne's aggressiveness, not a positive there in that one. And now Orleans looking to extend their lead here. They lead by 1. Riding a 2-game win streak. Winning last night on the road 12-0 against Harwich. And looking to now jump on Taubensee, who's been very good out of the bullpen. Only the 2nd pitcher here for Bourne after the starting performance from Gabe Driscoll. Rubin, the shortstop, 1 for 2. Singleton scored back in the 6th, walked in the 3rd. As the wide ready stance, and Taubensee will work from the stretch once again. He looks in, high leg kick, first pitch, fastball in there, 0-1. It's been a pitcher's duel so far. For Bourne, it's been 2. For Orleans, it's been 6. 0-1 pitch, cut on and missed. Rubin trying to go down and get that breaking ball, count 0-2. 8 hits for the Bravos, 5 for the Firebirds. But Orleans has connected to score more runs with guys in scoring position. The Henry Hunter 2-run home run highlighted for them. 0-2 pitch, chopper right back up the middle. Shading over is Eblin at second base. A glove grab, fires to first. It's not going to be in time. Great effort from Bryce Eblin up the middle. It was going to be a base hit all the way, but a sliding grab gave him a chance. And Rubin, an infield single, his 2nd hit of the night. A leadoff base runner for Orleans here in the bottom half of the 8th.
That's a soft contact ground ball that you love to see as a pitcher, but it just has eyes. Finding its way up the middle, right over top the mound. And Eblin trying to make that acrobatic play. Just one of those hits that you give up as a pitcher where you just shake your head.
Here's the lefty, Jack Penny. Taubensee a look at first base. First pitch, fouled straight back. Penny 0 for 2. Walked back in the 6th inning. He was stranded at third base when Orleans brought 1 home. Middle infield here, Vastine and Eblin pitching. Contreras a step back off the grass at third. 2-step lead for Rubin. Taubensee a long look in. Here's the pitch. Fastball outside corner, just gonna miss. Count 1-1. Penny out of Notre Dame, batting .256, 9 RBIs and 2 home runs. And a big spot here, Orleans looking to extend their lead before the 9th. Taubensee, a long look at first base, 2-step lead for Rubin. 1-1 pitch, breaking ball low, blocked from Pinckney, count 2-1. Dobbinsie, his first relief appearance, and he's been asked to come into a huge spot for the Braves in his debut. 2 balls, 1 strike. No outs here in the bottom half of the 8th. Waving his bat is Penny. Dobbinsie not setting. It looks like a pitch clock violation. And that's what it's going to be. The home plate umpire in Engstred says a pitch clock violation. Count now moves to 3-1. Tough there for Dobbinsie, just taking too long, and Penny knew it. Matt and I mentioned hitter's not going to step out as much anymore with the pitch clock violation intact. A look at first, 3-1 pitch, chopper up the middle, could be 2. It rolls into center field off the glove of Eblin. Now turning around second is Ruben. He's heading to third. Peterson with no throw from center. And runners at the corners here for the Firebirds. They continue with the timely hitting. And here comes the 4-hitter, Matt Hallback.
That's just another hit there for Orleans, and Dobbinsie, you know, you can't be upset there. You're getting that soft contact. It's just a couple of those hits where they just have eyes for that gap up the middle, and you get that contact you would have liked to force a double play, and now you're sitting here and you're trying to just keep it at a 1-run game in any way you can.
Matt Hallback comes to the plate, no outs here in the bottom of the 8th. Penny, the runner at first. Ruben, the runner at third. Hallback 0 for 3, 3 strikeouts in his night, can turn it around right here, and that's all that Orleans will remember. Dobbinsie set, a look at first base. First pitch to Hallback. Off speed comes in at the knees, a called strike. Hallback steps back in, that wide righty stance. You wonder if Penny's going here on the first and third opportunity with no outs. Dobbinsie, 0-1. Chopper up the middle, could be 2. Picked up from Bastine at short. He'll step on the bag at second, fires to first. A scoop from Michelle. This one's in time. A 6-3 double play for Jonathan Vastine. 2 outs on the inning. Ruben will score to make it 4-2 Orleans. But a big 2 outs there for Vastine to Michelle. And looks like a pinch hitter here for Orleans. And it'll be Eddie King Jr. We've seen him with his glove in center field. He'll bat right and dig in for Eddie Micheletti. Here's the first pitch to the righty King. Wave and a miss. Guessing there on the breaking ball. Count 0-1. King batting 167. 8 hits in his 48 at-bats so far for him. 0-1 pitch from Dobbinsie. Breaking ball back in the zone. At the knees, count 0-2. Has 6 stolen bases. That's what's highlighted his summer on the base paths. Dobbinsie looking to keep it here at 4-2. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th. The southpaw sets. The 0-2 to King. Breaking ball, cut on and miss, strike 3. 4th punch out for Matthew Dobbinsie ends the bottom half of the 8th inning. Orleans gets 1 more. They lead 4-2. Top 9 coming up. An intense situation here at Eldridge Park. Can Bourne come back and snap the win streak of Orleans? We'll find out when we return on the Bourne Braves Broadcast Network.
Not being able to make it to Doran Park is no excuse to miss the Braves in action. You can watch every Bravos home game live on the Bourne Braves television network. From stellar pitching performances, dazzling defensive plays, and big-time power displays, you can catch it all from the comfort of your home. It's your favorite Cape League team live on your screen. Just head to the Bourne Braves YouTube and join the fun.
You can catch the Bourne Braves all summer long at Doran Park. With more than 20 home games this season, Braves baseball is just a short drive away, whether you're on or off the Cape. With free admission to every Cape Cod League game, nights at Doran Park provide family fun for everyone. First pitch for all Braves home games is at 6, and you can check out the Bravos' full schedule over at our website, bournebraves.org.
Final chance for the Bravos here from Eldridge Park, the top of the 9th inning. Sean Matson, the pitcher, once again got out of a huge jam. Stranded 2 for the Braves in the 8th. He'll face the top of the order. The first man, the lefty, Jonathan Vastine. First pitch, fastball low and inside, ball 1. Orleans in front, 4-2. They got one more in the bottom half of the 8th. 1-0 to Vastine, pop back out of play into the street, count 1-1. Vastine 1 for 3, hit by a pitch in the 7th. Had a double back in the 5th. 1-1 count. Matson, the righty from the stretch, breaking ball way upstairs. 2 balls, 1 strike. Orleans looking for 3 in a row. Bourne looking to get back on track after the loss last night against Falmouth. 2-1 pitch, cut on and missed from Vastine on the heater. Count 2-2. Matson is the 6th pitcher for the Firebirds. They've gone to their bullpen, and they have trusted it. And it's worked out in their favor here tonight. Matson shakes off the first sign. Agrees with the second. 2-2 pitch. Upstairs fastball. Vastine went up and tried to grab it. He couldn't connect. Strike 3. And 1 out here in the top of the 9th. JKG now digs in. One of the 2 runs that have scored for the Braves. He had a bunt single in the first, walked in the 3rd. Has not reached base since. The tall righty digs in. Matson's first pitch, fastball way outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Orleans 5-6 at home, looking to get to 500 overall. 12-13 at the moment. 1-0 pitch, changeup low. 2 balls, no strikes. Big spot here for JKG. 2-0 pitch, popped up first base side, going to sail out of play. And a lot of fans here that have still stayed put at Eldridge Park. As we get into the heart of the month of July, all these games get bigger. Orleans trailing YD by 2.5 games in the East Division. 2-1 pitch, fouled back once again from JKG. Count even at 2s. And Matson looking for out number 2. Caden Bodine waits on deck. He'll bat left against the righty and Matson. Grauer digs back in. 2-2, cut on and missed. If it's working, you don't got to change it. That elevated heater from Matson. 2 away. Caden Bodine, the last chance for the Braves in the 9th. Bodine has reached base twice, a walk and a fielder's choice that brought in a run in the 7th inning. He'll stand in the back of the lefty's batter's box. Matson, the righty, glove of the belt. First pitch, fastball in the attic, 1-0. Bodine waves his bat here. Matson set, 1-0. Breaking ball painted on the outer half. Count now 1-1. Scott Landers talked about it for Bourne not playing their brand of baseball last night. And looking to fight back here, down by 2 with 2 outs. 1-1 count, Matson sets, fires, fastball foul, third base side out of play. And Orleans 1 strike away from 3 wins in a row and moving back to 500. Matson a look in. Clap start here from Eldridge Park. Looking to put down Bodine. Breaking ball, chopped first base side, gonna trickle foul. We'll do it again. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 away. Normal depth here for the Orleans defense. Matson back in the bump, delivers. Chopper, first base side. Coming over is the first baseman and Hallback. Flips to the pitcher at first. Not picking it up is Matson, and it rolls past him. Bodine gets to first. Some oohs and ahs here for the Orleans fans, and the Braves, they live another batter.
Go down as an error there against Orleans.
Tough one there for the Firebirds. Just a chance to end the game, but Bodine gets on. Kendall Diggs now the hitter, tying run in the box for the lefty. In such a big spot, it looks like there'll be a pinch runner here for Bourne as well. Scott Landers comes out of the dugout, points at Bodine. Bodine jogs first base side, and you could have guessed it, it's going to be Gage Harrelson. The outfielder out of Texas Tech will jog to the first base bag. Second time will be a pinch runner in the late innings. He'll talk to the first base coach and Lucas Olson as Diggs, he'll come to the plate. Singled back in the first inning, has not reached base since. He has struck out once. Righty on lefty matchup for Diggs. The wide lefty stance. Harrelson a two-step lead off first. Matson, first pitch, fastball at the letters, count 0-1. Matson working very quickly. Harrelson a two-step lead. 0-1 pitch, off speed at the knees, a beautiful pitch. Quickly 0-2. And same situation once again, Orleans, a strike away from the victory. Those claps, loud on the first base side. 0-2, cut on and missed. Sean Matson shuts the door. His 3 outs in the 9th, all strikeouts by the swinging variety. And Orleans wins this one, 4-2, their 3rd victory in a row. And they move to 500 at 13-13, and Bourne moves to 15-13-1 on the summer.
Yeah, it's one of those games for Bourne where, you know, you tip your cap to Orleans, but at the same time you look back and you realize you left 10 runners on base, and multiple of those could have tied, taken the lead even in some big spots. But Bourne didn't have the answer, didn't have that one extra hit that they needed to get that extra run. And Orleans, Matson came up big down the stretch, bouncing back from that 8th inning where he gave up a couple of hits, but in that 9th he was locked into his usual self.
6 pitchers used for Orleans on their victory. The Firebirds now hot, 3 wins in a row. Matt Bourne loses 2 in a row for the 2nd time in the last 10 days. And tough spot for them right now, but they got to turn it over. We really talked about it. Huge game tomorrow at Hyannis against a team that you're neck and neck with right now. They were tied coming into the day. We're going to have to look at the scoreboard and take a look here with the Hyannis score.
They're winning. They're up 10-6 over Chatham right now. That stays as is. Likelihood is that, well, if it stays as is, it will be Hyannis will then jump into 2nd place over Bourne. And so it'll be the first time in quite a little bit that Bourne's fallen off that pedestal at 2nd place to Katuitt, who picked up another win 12-5 over Red Hot Falmouth. They just continue to stretch their lead, prove why they're the top team in the Cape.
Katuitt showing that they're running away with it right now, and Hyannis looks like they're going to win and move to 2nd place in the division. A big showdown tomorrow for the West Division. Bourne and Hyannis. That will be a 6 p.m. first pitch from McKeon Park. We'll have the call. But we'll say our thank yous here tonight from Eldridge Park, our producer Ryan Bridges, our beat reporter Mojo Hill, who have an article after tonight's game, Allie Navarrete, who you heard from, and you'll see her on post-game Tomahawk Talk, alongside my wonderful partner in Matt Scalzo. Bourne drops their 2nd game in a row. They lose this one 4-2 against the Firebirds. We'll see you tomorrow night from McKeon Park, 6 p.m. first pitch against the Harbor Hawks.